We're back once more with another episode of Lost Legends. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Verdazin as.
Noah.
We have Cross Crescent as.
Iala.
We have Blackheart as.
Taryc.
We have Sammi as.
Nimmatori.
We have Tobias.
Cassian.
We have Markus as.
Melikka.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Up on this week's recap is Markus.
The party was split. One group going to the forest, one group going to track down the succubus. Both groups had accomplished their goals and were making the return to the guild hall, with the succubus in tow, under duress. She was handcuffed. She was willing to answer questions, and per the confinement of her and being caught, and continued to bug Noah about their inability to find them. However, Mr. Deeds was confirmed to be Abaddon by the succubus. The 7 bells are actual physical manifestation of the seal that is run by the 7 bells. They are obtainable, and a idea was postulated to maybe acquire these bells to take on the role of seal keepers and getting the seals away from Mikey, who does not want them and doesn't want to be in charge of this area. The big concern there is that if he is, he's going to make things a bit more harder and more brutal to influence the bells and their associated sins to keep them charged. The party had some moral dilemmas regarding this, either dismiss Mikey, let him wander away to form a new place and garner more deals and more hardship, keep Mikey here and continue his work, or to take the bells and relieve Mikey of his obligation to the business. Lord Alton was seen coming out of the temple of Bahamut. This is after the party had relinquished the succubus to her confinement within the guild hall and were making their way with the other business of the day. Lord Alton was going through some personal matters of what is he going to do with his life now concerning his deals that he made, the forsaking of his soul, what kind of amends he could do to save his soul. And the one thing they did do was turn his manor into a orphanage. The party had different ways of consoling him. Maltori gave him a trinket. Some of the parties talked about having to be a supporting figure in the orphanage to mentor them, to guide children. Cassian said something on the lines of, make sure you do it right, given Cassian's previous experiences with orphanages. After gathering additional equipment for Awful from the lower reaches of the facility, having more printer access with batteries and chargers and engineering documents all stored on a tablet, different means of charging devices with renewable energy. The party left the temple and retreated back to the manor and let Awful know that his associated gear was collected. And then Arwa with Nim decided to go on their date with Larkin, but Nim and Melikka and Noah, having come back from the Feywild adventures, still retain their childlike forms. So, unfortunately, Nim could not spend any major quality time with Larkin, but had a good laugh and good experiences and good memories with him as Ara paraded around Nim as their daughter. Ara being Nim as well, because changelings. Further discussion was had at the very end where the bells were brought up again of what the party needs to do about them. Should we leave them here? Should Mikey be dismissed? Or should we take them? Maltori had concerns about the bells, but he had mentioned that an unanimous decision has to be made with the party to take them. Cassian would not have any of the effects of the bells onto themselves and said that I do not agree with this and had left. This created a bit of a standstill with that discussion as per Maltori's instructions, a decision could not be reached. However, there are still certain ideas postulating that it could be helpful for Iala, given her touch of the Mariner Wrath, and what party members still here were thinking of what bells they could take. And that's where we ended.
Yeah, I believe it ended with Maltori suggesting it was, people needed a night to rest on it.
Not a night to sleep on it, yeah.
And
That's right.
And then Noah stayed up all night with Maltori, writing up stuff
Yep.
for Succubi, I think.
Contract.
And the contract, because Noah had agreed on forming a contract officially with the Succubi and to end that whole debacle.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Layla.
Okay. Go ahead and take your bonus inspiration. Everybody refresh their
Okay.
inspirations. And we are going to pick up where in the morning. Maltori did retire after helping you, Noah, because old man needs his sleep. But yeah, you have a solid contract here. It's one-sided right now. Maltori did say, the succubus is likely going to have her own wants and desires that you're going to have to work out. But you have the fundamentals of a pretty safe contract for a demon to be bound.
Okay. Now
It-
that that's settled, goes back to sit on their bed and read their tablet and
As
wait,
you sit down,
where's
you hear
where's my
roosters cawing.
oh I have to wait, where's my bed?
There is no bed.
What happened? What happened to what? And Noah looks around the room, looks under a couple of pieces of paper and behind their chair.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
It's not behind the
23.
paper or behind the chairs. In fact, you can't find it anywhere in here.
What? Who took my bed?
Nor can you find any drag marks or anything of the like. Doesn't look like there's any marks on the window for like where it may have been dragged out there. Certainly wouldn't have gone out through the door frame.
Noah's just standing there in the center of the room, dumbfounded, constantly looking around. How long has that been gone? When was the last time I used it?
You can't really recall the last time you came in your room.
What?
I was just saying, is Noah actually even in Noah's room?
Noah doesn't sleep much.
Noah,
Yeah, I
Noah
know.
doesn't. They just kind of zone out places sometimes. So
Yeah.
like Noah's like probably been downstairs reading on their tablet or looking at with tables and Stuff to write
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Each of you,
Notes,
as
notes.
Noah's standing there in confusion, most of you are slowly roused by sounds of outside activity, roosters cawing, some pigeons cooing on the windowsill really annoyingly.
Pigeons being pigeons. Someone catch them; they can be breakfast.
Nim, you stretch, waking, and yeah, that feels more appropriate. You feel like you're back to your standard size.
Okay, that's good. I'll wake up now. I'm an adult.
Ialia is
I have adult responsibilities again.
Ialia is up a little bit earlier than she usually is, packing and making sure she has everything for the travels. She doesn't want to forget any part of her hoard behind, which has slowly been growing. Folding up her nice fancy blanket and trying to stuff it in her bag of holding.
Taryc's going to carry Saeed downstairs because I'm pretty sure Saeed is about not even half awake and will not move otherwise. I'm heading down to the kitchen to start cooking breakfast.
Oh, actually, it strikes me, Noah. This is about the time that you finish your air quote long rest, end of your trance. Yeah, there is like almost sickeningly disorienting change of your gaze as you suddenly move up from the floor a bit. As you return to your usual age,
Oh, oh,
balance goes
falls
fucky. Yeah.
Noah falls down in the hallway. Ialia comes out, sees Noah on the ground again, steps over them, and continues on downstairs.
There's just chrysalis everywhere.
I like that we've gotten to the point where Noah can just be on the floor and nobody cares.
People just walk by.
Melikka, you awaken. You're back to your adult self.
no. He walks downstairs a little bit disoriented, kind of looking over their shoulder, and starts looking behind furniture and stuff in the living room and all throughout the house. Has anyone seen my bed?
Did you
Your
lose
bed?
your bed?
Yeah, I can't see. I seem to have misplaced it
Where did you have it last?
in my room.
Oh,
How does one misplace a bed? Arwar asks.
That's a good question. How?
Did you ever have one in there?
did it
Yeah,
happen while you were sleeping?
I
Cassian
mute
comes
it.
rolling
Fuck.
in during this conversation. Don't look at me. You've never let me anywhere near your bed, Noah.
I thought this was because you were scared of coming up the stairs, Cassian.
That too.
Did you not sleep in your bed,
Mm.
dear?
Was it there last night?
I don't remember. I was too busy reading.
How
So
long
you
has your
didn't
bed
get
been
any
missing?
sleep.
I don't know. I don't normally sleep.
When was
I
the last
normally
time you used your bed?
I don't know, like a week ago? I think week and a half. I don't. No, it's
It
just
sounds like
scratching
it's
their
not a
head.
tragedy then that you have lost it, is it? But that is really worrying that somebody took your bed.
Who
I
on
mean,
earth
that's a
would want
level
my?
of creepy then.
Who on earth would want my bed?
Someone who doesn't have one, you hear from the kitchen.
Is
I'm
there?
pretty sure the succubus would want your bed. Isn't that
Or
the
make
whole
sure you had a
idea?
bed.
Because you're taking your bed as a figurative victory.
Mm.
I
guess that's something to ask her about.
I'm going to have to. This is. I don't like leaving this town was such a mystery.
The bed. Oh, giant fire breath.
Taryc, as you're cooking, Nomi is like perched up on your shoulder, like peering down at the pan.
Yeah, I'm looking at the size of the kitchen and what's already always in the kitchen.
Saeed is
It's
like
just
moving
dangerous.
around your legs whenever you move. Shalai has vacated from Iala and is just sitting politely at the side watching you go.
But Yalia's little baby would be sitting at the table waiting at her spot.
You
But
get
yes, I will be served.
apple slices.
Let us get you some breakfasts and
God.
Apple slices.
gives her a little
Well, I'm doing
pat
other
on the
stuff.
head.
I'm gonna slice up an apple for my third watcher. God, nobody else is allowed in the kitchen.
Does
With enough
Maltori
space.
cook for everybody, or is it someone else?
It is Taryc in the kitchen, I believe. Unless I walked past the old man's room, he still seems to be snoring.
Wonder if he put
Okay.
himself to sleep again.
I
Is
hope
Arwa
not.
I mean, if he's snoring, it's fine.
I'll go see if he is under a spell again. And she goes back up to Maltori's room
You gotta
and
check up
knocks on the
that.
door.
Knock on the door. Snoring continues.
Knocks a little louder.
There's a little interruption. And then you just hear, "What?"
Hey, breakfast is nearly ready. We're getting ready to head out soon.
God, bugs kept me up
Yeah,
all
a few more
night.
minutes.
I'll be down soon.
All right.
I mean, the correct description.
I mean, yeah.
Noah.
It's funny staring bug.
is Arwa wearing her ring right now, or is she?
No,
normal size?
she's full scale right now.
I'm going to activate my Jinn ability that lets me fly. I'm going to fly up and give her a peck on the cheek. I have something I need to do, and I will see you down for breakfast in a bit. Okay?
Oh, okay. How long have you been able to do that?
Little while. I showed you on the way back. Remember you rolled on the tensor disc, and I was.
Oh, yes. And she blows you a little kiss in return, and
Yep. And Nim's gonna go fly up to the roof and find a good quiet spot
okay,
to settle.
you can do that. Nomi briefly like
Out
watches you fly
before you
off, and then becomes distracted again by Taryc's cooking. And soon Maltori makes his way downstairs, and he's like, "Okay, I'm up, right? Oh,
Morning.
you could have let me sleep in."
You can
They were saying something about a spell you may be under, so I guess I got concerned.
What?
You
Put yourself to sleep before
Why would I do that now?
because you were
said
staying
you're-
up entirely too late.
It makes it easy to sleep.
I said you were snoring. It was fine.
Where's Nim?
She was upstairs with everyone else.
Not in the kitchen.
Hopefully not wherever my
The opposite
bed
of
is.
the kitchen.
Did you see where
Yes.
my bed went, Maltori?
What?
My bed's missing.
What do you mean your bed's missing?
I mean, my bed is missing. Did I
How
stutter?
can your bed be missing?
It's not there.
Where did you put it?
I don't know.
Where
I
did
kept
you last see it?
everywhere. I don't know.
Well, you better go
What?
find it. You'll need a bed for the trip.
Do you pack
Wait,
your beds
do I?
with you when you travel?
Do I need a bed?
No, you don't need a bed.
So confused.
Well, just
Go find your bed.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna bring the food out. Just eat before you go find your bed.
You've got more important things, Noah. You can find it when we
No,
return.
if beds are going missing, it's kind of important. What if something else goes missing here?
Has anyone
Yes,
checked the
but-
mimic lately?
I don't think a
You
mimic
have
could
a
eat the bed.
mimic in the house.
Yes, it's
What
very
if the mimic
nice.
disappeared?
Are we bringing a
remember
mimic
what
with
happened
us?
with-
No, we're going to let it out under the care of others. I wonder if...
What if the mimic disappeared?
What is 1 second? Cassian, do you have locate object prepared today?
Locate object.
Yes.
No.
No, you're on your own then, Noah. And Nim, you're just going to hear in your head, Nim, daughter dearest, where are you? Are you safe?
Yes, I am just going to pray a bit and maybe go hide in Noah's bed somewhere.
Maltori just at the table snorts a bit, and just goes,
You have a
oh,
cold?
Nim's off praying.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Noah looks under the kitchen table and then sits at
No,
it.
the bed's not under the table.
How do you know?
Isn't
Did
it
you
bigger
know?
than the table?
How do you know indeed?
My
That
feet
could
are
be
under
anywhere.
the table.
Ah, but what if the bed hasn't just been taken? What if it's invisible in somewhere? What if it's intangible? What if it's shrunken? What if it's bigger?
What if
See,
someone
all of
banished
that
it?
has happened to one of us.
It could have been
In-
Okay,
polymorphed.
Any order?
you're going on about a lot of magic stuff. I'm
Well,
more
yes, this is
practical.
a party primarily of mages.
This is a
No
magic
wonder you
household.
needed me.
Yes, that is kind of exactly why we hired you.
Yes,
Very
I think I was quite
good.
apparent in the fact that you are, in fact, our meat shield.
Yeah, okay.
Gonna bring out Maltori's extra done meat.
Marvelous, good girl. He sort of pats your back as you deliver his plate, and just happily starts crunching. Old man gnawing.
Old man gnawing on incredibly crunchy food.
Does someone need to cut his food? To
Nomi
smaller
is
pieces?
going to join Maltori because likes Maltori's plate best.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Crunch.
put
Crispy.
some extra
Yeah.
there because I wasn't sure where he was going,
Mhm,
so
mhm.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
to
You know,
rub the rest of it. And
Nim, once you're done praying, do you want to come back down, or are you going to spend some time out?
I'm praying specifically to Abaddon.
Ah, okay. What are your prayers, Nim?
Try to answer my
I like
weakness.
to mention
Sorry,
that's part of the prayer.
apologize.
Special Abaddon prayer.
It is great Abaddon. I don't actually know if these kinds of things go through to beings of the great below, but I want to try anyway. I think you're pretty great, and I want to say thank you for the dealings that we had. I understand you don't at the bells anymore, and I hope I see you again in the future. Be well. I
This
don't
doesn't
know if
sound
I'm
right
supposed
without the
to
clapping.
Am I not sure if I'm supposed to sacrifice an animal or something, but I'll get it right sometime. Bye. You hang up.
Does not
And
sound
then,
right without the clapping.
Yeah, and then I'm going to pray to Lorne. Because that's why I'm doing this separately and away from everybody, because I'm praying to
Just getting into the devil
vaguely
worship.
demonic things. Yeah, and I'm just gonna pray to Lorne and say, "Great Lorne, I just want to say I am trying very hard to understand and learn about your ways. Your path is very strange to me, but I will say, if you are the one who sent Mr. Deeds, thank you. He was a blessing in our life when he was here, and I hope we can do the right thing for you." And then after that, she'll come back down.
Well,
She actually isn't gonna
once
go
you
hide
finish
Noah's bed
praying,
anywhere.
You're not gonna hide it on the roof.
Nah, I thought about it, but I was worried about the big crash sound that might happen.
It'd be funny.
Kind of be funny. Also, somebody would demand I get it back, and I think I'm supposed to steal the tub today, so I can't do that.
You start to climb back down, and as you sort of come in down, you actually hear a voice going, "Oh there, friend, up on the roof," and you see Kieran approaching down the path.
Yes, Kieran, just having a little bit of me time on the roof. How are you doing?
Oh,
Damn,
marvelous!
he's got
It's
good
a
eyes.
oh, he does that.
Yeah.
You should see this man's perception score.
I was just about to say.
Um, Nim, you see that he is accompanied by Lindop, who is sort of just moving along begrudgingly. They both have like large packs on, and Kieran's going. Oh, I understand. There's a bit of time alone on the balcony. I adore myself. So, you need a hand getting down, or you're quite all right?
I'll use my flight and come on down to them.
Oh.
Hello.
Marvelous. What is that? A magic item or some earned ability?
It is a blessing of Fula. She is very kind to me.
She does treat you well. I can see why you regard her so highly. Marvelous patron.
She is pretty amazing.
Lindop gives you a sort of squinty eye, Nim.
Where's Thomas?
Thomas is on his way. Had a few last minute bits and bobs to catch. It's a good man, but not quite as prepared in cities as some.
Okay, I know that Lindop are going to be travel buddies. Isn't that great?
Yes. Speaking of which, can one of your stronger folk take her bags, please? And he is actually going to like unshoulder what he's carrying.
Ah, yes. Taryc! Melikka! Help!
I'm gonna.
There's
Are you still
muffled yelling
cooking?
from outside.
My cooking's done. I've served everybody. Well, besides Nim, hers is in the kitchen waiting.
The cook should also eat, so I will take care of this, whatever this is. I will scream if something happens that everyone else needs to be involved with. Excuse me?
You could have it.
Yes. Hello.
Are you heading on outside, Melikka?
Yeah, I'll head outside.
When you're wandering out, you see Nim hovering in the air with this human and this gnome, and the human waves his hand at you and goes, "Ah, Melikka, wasn't it?"
Indeed. Kieran.
Yes, grand to see you again. You've got quite the muscle. Would you mind taking this for my dear companion here?
Certainly. What is the reason for packing so heartedly?
He does not
We're
pack
taking
light.
Lindop with us.
And Lindop looks up at you and just goes, "Ritual altar, tent, privacy screen, everything I might need."
I understand that. I pack quite heavily myself, but my patron provides me a space for it. So it is easier to conceal. But I
Humble
understand
brag.
there is a lot of things that you must pack, as we both carry a lot of burden, yes?
Much burden, yes. And she actually looks up at you, like nodding, her eyes lighting up just a little bit, as if you understand me. They're almost questioning.
I nod.
And she wanders forward a bit, and Nim.
Yeah.
She actually sort of reaches up as if to. Looks like she's going to grab you for a moment, but she does pause, and then just like the palm of her hand is offered.
Yeah, I'll zip over to it.
She brings you in close to her, and she just whispers, "They don't understand us.
No, they don't.
Offer yourself to another power. They don't see why."
They question, why would you do that?
Like
They question everything about the bond, yes?
You know, it's the only thing that'll save us.
Yes, it is.
She just nods and she's wandering straight off to the house. Kieran blinks a bit and just waves. Bye, Lindop.
Bye, Karen!
Goodbye. I do wish I was coming with you, but you'll have to regale me once you return.
Is
We need
she
you
even
here protecting the
capable of
town.
carrying? Is she even capable of carrying this?
No, definitely not.
Oh, good. Okay.
But us more muscle-minded folk, we must carry the burdens, right? And he sort of slaps you on the arm, Melikka.
Yep. It's a good thing that this is pretty much what's the shoot word?
A light load.
A light load. Thank you. I was trying to think of a bigger word.
Why use big word when small word do, right?
Yeah.
He sort of laughs to himself, and then
it is a considerable light load. It's nothing of concern.
you watch out for them. They're good people, and they will do the same for you. I know.
I intend to.
Do give them my regards, but I must hurry. Father has me running all about today.
Would do, Karen. Take care and safe travels.
And he nods and he starts heading off down the road. And you can head inside with Lindop's bags. Everyone else, you see this gnome come wandering in with Nim. And Lindop's automatically just going to walk over to the table, looks around as if like looking for a spare chair before just like sitting on the floor.
I'll actually motion her over to the one I usually sit in.
She'll clamber up into it.
And I will plate down because we knew that two of them were coming today, so I have.
That
enough
is my
for
breakfast.
I am going to bring the Trixie-sized plate out from the kitchen.
Lindop sets you up on the table.
I'm gonna get up there and go get my plate.
Lindop, you watch her. She eats. She takes a bite, and then she puts the rest of what she's eating into a pouch.
A light eater, huh?
No,
Resourceful.
I eat plenty. Must have more.
Saving it for later.
I'm gonna look around.
Your stuff is in the foyer, by the way, Linda.
Is her companion
Thomas is on the way.
Okay,
Yes.
I have food for him too. So
Is it poisoned?
no,
We will check.
that is fine.
Always good to
Does
check.
he get a lot of poisoned food?
I don't know.
And you
But
only
he
need to
still
get
checks.
poisoned once, right?
Well,
Lindop
sometimes
looks down
poison
at the
can
piece of
just make
like charred bacon she's holding.
Sometimes poison can just make you really sick. If it's not very good poison.
She takes a bite.
I know a lot about poison, Melikka.
Yeah.
Lindop rummages in another pocket and then pulls out this little file, places it on the table, looks at Melikka.
She did not do the cooking, so.
Good morning, Papa. Did they not let you sleep in?
They did not. Rude children, filthy, blasted brats.
Hold them, you were fine.
I just thought you should see Noah off before they go complete their contracts. Just make sure they actually do it. You do remember the list, yes?
I have everything written down. I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. We went over like everything.
Multiple times.
All right. I hope you can manage this one, Noah.
I hope so too.
Have faith
I
in
should be
Noah.
fine.
Don't
Yes.
leave her standing at the altar like before.
Oh, and if you do change your
Wait.
mind, just make sure she gets banished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is making a
No,
pact with
remember,
a
we
demon
don't
like
want
getting
that.
Oh,
We
married?
that's
don't
right.
want
We
that.
don't want
Yeah,
that.
we don't want that. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to make sure that she doesn't end up in a precarious position due to us.
I mean, we could try and find a
I'm
stealing
proud of you.
gem. Though on short notice, that'd be hard.
I'm proud of you. You're getting into a good committed relationship.
I won't put good in that sentence, but certainly probably going to be a commitment.
But committed is very good.
There's a light knocking on the door.
I'm gonna look at everybody else.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
I go
children!
stand up.
Cassian's gonna get up.
You want to do this one?
Ah,
Go right ahead.
I still have to look for my bed.
Now you have to get the sacrifice first.
Yes, occupy first, bed later.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you have to have
Cassian's
one
gonna
before
open the
you're
door.
like,
Maybe
that's why your bed disappeared.
you see
You're not allowed
Thomas
one to have
standing
your
there, sort of like glancing over his shoulder a couple of times before looking at you, Cassian, and just goes, "Is everybody ready?"
Come on in. Breakfast.
Oh, right, not ready then. And he'll come on in, and
Good
he's
morning, Thomas.
He's wearing this wide-brimmed cap right now, like very floppy. Looks like it's made of well-woven straw. But he takes it off as he enters and just gives you a respectful nod and goes, "Morning. We're not leaving."
We're leaving
Yeah.
soon, but we have last-minute preparations that have to be seen off. Make
Ah.
sure things are handled well. We are going to be gone for a while after
Agree.
this, so
I'm
Uh,
going to head off to the guild hall and get that done then. Noah says, stuffing some bacon in their mouth.
right.
I'll be right back.
Well,
Do you want me to accompany you?
Kieran said you all
Sure.
wanted to leave town without notice.
Oh, yes.
yes.
As long as we can go from somewhere as a party, I can obfuscate our presence.
Oh, that is good.
So where are we leaving from? Here or the guild hall?
We'll leave from here. It'll make it easier, I think. Unless, do we all want to go to the guild hall?
I think
Maybe we do everybody grab their stuff, we make a united front, we go to the guild hall. I can put
yes.
I will get out my bag of holding. It still has a ton of room. Do you want to put Lindop's stuff in my bag of holding? We can make it look like nobody has travel bags.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
What about a portable hall? Is that
No.
better for you?
No.
Okay.
I will carry her bag, her items, if
Yes,
that's
but
okay with
let
you.
us try to make it look like as many people aren't carrying all of their belongings as possible. Does that make sense?
If your offer still stands, dear Nem, I think that maybe putting my stuff in your bag would be good, and maybe some of the other companions here.
I also
Alright.
have room in Nami's saddle.
We should back away, helper.
Oh yes, back away helper.
Sort of sweeping in the next room, helper sort of glances over, hearing their name. There's a sort of brief skeletal gesture pointing at themselves.
Mm-hmm. Come here, helper. You're going to go in the bag.
Helper reaches out as if putting the broom against the wall, despite being in the middle of the room. It tumbles to the floor. They sort of wander on over.
I love my skeleton.
The helper starts looking around, as if looking for the bag.
I want to pull out the big old bag of holding. All right, helper, pop in.
The bag of helping, the bag of helping, bag of holding.
bag of
I mean,
helping.
basically,
Helper sort of like grasps the opening of the bag of holding, starts to step into it, comically hops around on one leg for a bit, then like sort of tries to squeeze in sideways.
Helper, you silly.
Skeletal limb flailing. They climb on in.
They're the funniest skeleton knoll I have ever seen.
What a delight.
Yes. All right,
I wish
anybody
we
else
could-
have things they wish to put in the bag?
I wish we could say he was The only skeleton we had
Cassian's
ever
going
seen.
to wander out of the room and come back a couple minutes later. He's going to dump a couple chess pieces into the bag.
Like the
Off the
game
chessboard.
chest?
Yes.
Okay.
He is then going to proceed to hand the White Queen to Iala, toss the Black King over to Maltori, and he's going to hold on to 2 of the knights. Just in case we get a hold of a teleport spell and we need to make an emergency exit back here.
Oh, I studied how to make teleport circle. I can do that now.
So, always good to have homing things for other spells. Although, I hope this chessboard's been here a while. Well, if we end up with
been here
some wood carvers, then
It got us back here.
no, marvelous.
True.
Right.
I still haven't found that bishop.
I put a stack of items in there.
Okay, let's just put all of these things away. I can also put things. Nami's saddlebags are. I have a handy haversack as Nami's saddlebags. So if we want to put other stuff, we can pile it into Nami's bags. It will go away when I dismiss him. But we can put it away. So
As to us travelling, though, Thomas, you mind heading off with Lindop and we'll meet you at the guild hall? And Thomas sort of like tilts his head curiously before just shrugging, going, "I'll see you all there." And he is just scooping Lindop up under one arm, which Lindop just sort of mutters to herself like, unscrupulous deeds under her voice. And he's carrying her out.
Did she pick up her vial
Nope.
on the table? Melikka's gonna reach over and pick it up. So,
It is this viscous brown liquid.
since it was probably the topic, it's probably poison.
Or an antidote.
Or, well, yeah. I'm not sure we want to test that.
I'd be willing to guess it is poison.
I will hold on to it.
Yeah, we will give it to her when we get back. I have a feeling if we put something in her bag, she will be unhappy.
With them gone, as we're unlikely to be directly returning here, I think. He sort of looks to everyone as if, like, confirming.
not.
Cassian, we continued to discuss the bells a little bit after you'd left, which you need to stop doing that. It's good to know that you feel firmly about it, but it kind of breaks the discussion. We need to decide things like adults. But right now, I'd like to know how you holding firm set. You want nothing to do with those.
If we take them, we potentially cause more trouble. The biggest argument is that Michael will cause suffering and chaos with them. He'll cause chaos and suffering without them. If he has them, at least that will be... It'll have some upside.
Which we all discussed such things further, went back and forth. I just want to know your personal resolve.
I won't touch them.
Okay then. Well, the matter is done. Need not visit there to try and get anything. We will leave directly.
Noted. You're saying?
Yes, Slim?
I will say that as Cassian has lodged his final say, I will lodge mine. We choose not to take them as a party. I can accept that. But every painful and terrible thing that Michael does to the people in this town, I will hold a grudge for. Because it is on us. Because, yes, he is going to do terrible things, but right now he can do the most terrible things because his compact is to keep the bells safe and keep them doing what he wants as powerful. And I have already been told by a Reaper Angel when I died I was on death's door, they told me that the demons were doing the worst things. And I had the faith that we could do it better. I feel like if we are not doing this, we are choosing to forsake these people and their lives. And
I mean, I'm
it
still on the
hurts.
mind to bring them with us, but don't want Mikey to have them.
I thought he actually sort of like pulls chair back out and sits back down, and
It is a difficult decision. That is for sure.
well, to me, it's not. I think that's the real crux of it. I would take them without hesitation because I'm not scared of what happens to me. I'm scared about what happens to people here.
And since his entire thing is keeping them going, he will have no reason to play here
If
if
Mr.
they're not
Deeds
here.
was a gentle touch with some of the terrible things he had people in town do, then when Mikey's in charge, you heard him say he does not like the overhead. He's going to want to really damn a soul when he does it. He's going to make them do the worst to fuel those bells.
And your angel messenger had said that they are already doing the worst at
But
the
they said
easiest convenience
yes.
to this Mr. Deeds.
Mm-hmm.
So compound what was ever the worst, and you have whatever this Mikey's doing.
Also, I have a personal fear, and I understand that I am a vested person in this. There are people I love in this town. I do think that Mikey, he cannot hurt us because of our protection from the gods, but he can hurt the people that we like, the people that we love in this town.
Is that?
And he has threatened such already.
He doesn't need to make a deal with them. He could make a deal with another person. We could come back and we could find out that Peaches has been stabbed, or who knows what. You know, it is terrifying to me, and that is what I wanted to say on the subject.
So
I understand.
basically, either we take the bells or you're going to hate me, is what you're
Well,
saying.
I'm saying that I will be upset
That's
if
exactly
they get
what you
hurt.
just said. And you know what? Fine, hate me. But I'm not going to see my family damn themselves to try and protect people who are making a decision to make a deal with that asshat.
I'm talking about the people those people will hurt. Cassian, you think it is just the people that make the deal that are going to get hurt? Those people are going to make a deal to do something awful, and they're going to hurt people in this town. That is what I was worried about.
Then, like I
Shane,
said, you can take the bells. I will support you in that. I will not touch them. And I will mourn you.
I mean, there is another option.
What's that?
They break the bells?
No, we split ways. Those of us that want to risk it do. There's no sense risking those that don't getting dragged down with us.
I have to admit I have my own selfish reasons to take the bells. It might be one of the best ways to slow down whatever I got hit with down in
What?
those catacombs.
What is happening to Iala? You've been discussing something about protecting you from this thing, and the bells are may or may
Is
not help that.
is
The
this
short
house safe?
It is warded as best as I can. Admittedly, more against supernatural things than against any physical presences, but I don't think Miller's around.
Oh,
Right.
so is this something we shouldn't discuss? Sorry.
Not not openly, but
Fair.
go ahead. Sorry.
It's The short of it is we don't know. It's
Iala carries a cursed
very-
item. It is problematic.
yes.
And this thing will have influence over you with
It is of
time. And
divine nature, and likely we think that these seals might work against it.
That is the best we know of it. It's kind of a better safe than sorry.
But there's no
Yeah.
guarantee, and I understand that.
keep your friends close and your enemies closer. If the bells are an enemy and it's meant to stave off this thing, then that may be a wise option. I'm just speaking from the sidelines as it is because I don't know all that.
I mean, the problem is none of you are wrong, children. Cassian is right to be wary, and, well, all of our concerns are right as well. We're stuck in a shitty no-win scenario in this matter.
That is true.
One thing I
I
do
just-
not want to see is whatever decision is made, us becoming embittered towards each other or suspicious of each other or so on and so forth because of it, because a party that doesn't listen to one of their own will end in disaster.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, Cassian, you don't want to touch them, and you don't want to deal with them, and you will you harbor any
I will support my
misgivings
I will
if
support
someone-
my family the best I can if they decide to take those things.
Except you say that,
wait.
Cassian, and then you are saying it in
Wait.
such a way that you're looking down at those making the decision.
No, actually, I think that's a good idea. Have it, Cassian can be the anchor, the one we can compare to. If we go through with this,
Compared to what? The
Yeah.
state of our souls? I don't have the capacity to see that.
I don't. I just feel like having having someone to
A
say
control group.
Yes, that's it. Having a control group.
Again, to what avail?
We don't
how
know
they
what.
behave, how they act.
For all we know, these are artifacts. These are incredibly powerful artifacts. They could, over time, erode one's personality into something else.
So, I
I
think
mean, as an example, Noah, who is probably our least aggressive member. No offense, Noah.
Huh.
You're almost our pacifist, and I love you for it.
almost yes. Thank you,
But
Cass.
if Noah were given the Wrath Bell and we start seeing Noah wanting to burn the village, we know it's
Too much.
others who are affected might not notice it. Me being on the outside, being the control group, I would notice it.
That is a nice idea. However, that
It doesn't work
requires
with me.
people willing to listen or trust that one individual, with one individual doing it, doesn't work. Control group of one is just, well, it's another outlying factor. And it also requires that one to be able to judge when something is being pushed too far or when it is unnecessary. And if we have fundamental different disagreements on this, we can't
I
leave it up to just the
support-
one.
I support Cassian if he does not want to take the bells. I support him not being involved with handling and touching them. And even if he does not want to be involved in the deeds of handling them, it is not his burden to bear.
I can agree with
just-
that.
But I would like to do it if it could be tolerated, because everybody is adventuring for a reason. You all are adventuring for your families, for fame, for fortune, for dreams that you want to come true. My dream is here. This is everything to me. I have a home for once. I have people I love, and if I'm not fighting for them, why am I an adventurer, you know? That is why I would like to try to do it. And maybe I will fail, and maybe I will do wrong, and that is a problem that I will face, because I would rather take action than ignore the problem. And that is my stance on it, but
And just to clear the air, to Nim's point, you're my family. I've lost 2 families prior. I don't want to lose a third one. That idea terrifies me. It's why I'm so against this. I acknowledge that it's a sound idea to take them, but in my eye, the risks outweigh the potential rewards. But at the same time, I have to let people make their decisions. And that's why I'm willing to support you. I just
Can't,
I can't. And Cassian's just stopping and just
can I make
Okay.
an observation?
Yes, please.
Cassian, I'm taking a very impactful wizard, knows the ways of magic, and is a staunch bulwark to this idea. Your other companion, your Maltori, he is also a renowned wizard, given what he has told me and what I have seen you all discuss as well. It may be a prudent idea to have you two be an isolated group in this and be that anchor if this is an activity that we are all going to partake. I am meant to be your guardians, your protectors, your meat shield, as some of you have put it. And if that alleviates Mr. Maltori of a responsibility of one of these bells, I will take on that and
I-
give the best advantage between the two of you to a point of salvation if needed.
No. I respect Cassian's decision to not want to carry one of these. However, there are 7 of the blasted things. I don't want to see people having to carry more
2
than they
people
have to.
take one more, yeah.
I am making a contract with the succubus. Can we give her one?
I don't
She
know.
did talk about that.
she could easily handle lust if you carry it, but you would still need to carry it, I think. She said that was one she was capable of, yes. So, and I can handle 2. I am the most hard pressed towards doing this.
Can you even
Me and
carry
me and
two?
Noah, could trade back and forth, maybe.
I think a lot of it's going to have to do with what needs to be done. We may even need people to use different people to use the same one at different times.
We'll go on a schedule and rotate the bells around us.
Timeshare.
You
I'm
make it
sure
sound
rotate
like
the
bells.
this
ones
is
that make
washing
sense.
up duty.
It is kind of filthy, isn't it?
I mean, I think you all have the plan to not to do it too much. Just, I don't think any of us want to be damned, but Nim has a very good point. We already know Mikey has threatened the people we love here. It is just another way to get at them if he wants.
Hmm.
Well,
So you think that there will be more of these Tauren Fells following us?
No, I think if, like Nim said, if Mikey really is looking to get at us,
Hurt others that we care about, or you
yes,
care about.
yes, he will make contracts with those here willing that make them and aim for those. Aim at the Roger Lees. Aim at Peaches. At the ladies. The
The fathers.
Fula's still here.
Yes. There is a lot of people they could hurt. They could go after that mother and their child that we barely
Yes.
stopped them from slicing that one.
Beyond-
Melikka stands up a bit straighter.
Beyond
What?
personal collections, we have to also face the fact that this city is important. It is.
Yes.
That fault beneath all of the things going on around here. This place needs to be safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. We know Mikey knows that something's down there if he doesn't know what.
And Mikey's only here because he's in charge of these bells.
Well, he might be here because he can be. If he has no reason to be, then fuck off,
then-
Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it
And-
Michael? Oh.
Yes,
he
Mikey is short for Michael.
Yeah, he introduced himself as Mikey to us, but also mentioned his name is Michael.
So if
Cassian,
we give a reason to get him out of town, maybe he'll leave Awful alone.
you truly mean what you were saying and want to be supportive of us.
Yes.
Then forgive me for casting aspersions on you. Last night was rather heated, I suppose.
Yes, it sounded like you were basically saying, damn you all if you choose to do it, but I will support you anyway, kind of, when you left. It was very rough.
I will say that was a bad decision on my part, but I genuinely felt everyone was taking this entirely too casually.
Then maybe some
I'm not-
self-reflection, Cassian, because that's an awful way to think of your companions at this point.
I'm scared to death of these things, Cassian. And you think that I need another reason to go to hell? I don't.
I think we all understand the weight of this decision. Yes?
I do appreciate Cassian's caution, though.
Caution is wise. Just, he sort of leans back a bit and goes, there is some personal feeling here. Some of the last words Kelon shouted to get the others to ignore me were, he'll do anything for power. Just find out that your companion, who had seemingly supported all of your decisions throughout your journeys together, was just harboring resentment or doubt because of them, is embittering.
Mm.
Which is why I don't want Nim to end up hating Cassian, or Cassian to have a thought of being above it, us being dirty for it. It festers. If we don't trust
Put
each
my
other, we
hand
will
on,
fail at some point.
I would put my hand on Maltoy's shoulder.
I guess there's one other person I need to talk to before we do this. Well, two other people, and I'm going to look at Arwa.
Our rubs the shoulders and goes, you already know you have my support, whatever we do.
Okay. I wanted to know how you felt. Light of my heart.
It's beautiful. Sorry.
I need to talk to Fula though. If you give me a moment, I will speak with her, and then we'll
Yes.
put their hands together like she's praying, and I will use contact the patron BS thing that I can do now, because I could do this
Let's
once
take
a
a look at
day.
that spell.
Woo! Yeah.
The spell that I don't think we've ever cast before.
No,
Okay.
actually, it's contact patron, and I can use it through contact with
It's a class
other.
feature.
other plane. Yeah, it's a class feature. So I basically connect with Dr. God, blah, 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 blah. I can basically do this to them, but I don't have to make any saves. It's just automatically success, and I don't hurt myself, basically, is the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can basically mentally communicate with them the question, and I am basically going to say,
What does the 1 minute cast time look like for Nim?
I think Nim's ears go back and her tail starts to pulse, and she's got her hands like in fists that she is holding tight to her chest. And she's kind of fiddling with her ring.
I'm gonna say there is like trickles of water start to emanate from between your grasped hands, Nim. And as you finish casting, you're able to pull them apart, and there is a sort of orb of floating water there, and you can sort of see the visage of Fula for it.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted a little Fula.
I'm going to say, great Fula, beautiful patron of my heart, my purpose. I have a question for you, and I hope that you can answer it. My party is just going to be taking an opportunity to try to take the 7 bells, the items that fuel the seal that the demons protect. It would mean that we would need to take on aspects of sin and do those deeds to keep them powered, and I intend to hold one as well. Do you give me your permission to do this act?
Glory.
Nim will nod. And I guess the spell ends at that.
You can ask 5 questions.
Oh, I guess 5 questions? Well, she just said glory.
Yeah.
So I was like,
You can.
Do you
ask
think I'm pretty?
5 questions.
Question
how you
2.
doing? do you wish me to stop by on the way out? We are going to be leaving for Galen.
Yes.
All right, we will be crossing the rivers on the way. Any tips for dealing with this Michael that we must deal with? Actually, it's a yes, no, or maybe.
No, it's not.
no,
It's not.
no,
It's not yes, no, or
it's-
maybe. It's just the entity can only answer with one word. That is the only rule. Which seems to ponder a second before confidence.
I will see you soon, my patron. And I'm going to let the spell go. I don't need to do 5 questions. It's fine.
Okay.
What'd you have for breakfast? Did you sleep
just
A
go.
tree
well?
fell in the forest.
Hilda has
Just-
agreed. She says glory to us for taking on this task.
Yes, one of hers possessing great artifacts, conquering sin. Glory to her.
Yes. Let's take to the bathroom, BRB.
Good luck. Right. Well, I think then that maybe we are taking them.
All right. I will go with this. It's one of the best things I can think of protecting myself, and if I don't want Nim to hold this on by herself.
I agreed with the original deal that we did. I will continue to assist with this.
I know you don't want to handle them, Cassian, but would you at the very least help me examine them? Try and figure out how their mechanisms
help
work.
I will help you examine them. I will not wield them.
If we can figure out how they work and find some alternative or way to make our own seals.
As I said,
I
2 great advantages.
I wonder if Mr. Deeds was the first one tied to them.
A good
Is
question.
there a way to contact that one?
Summoning.
Yeah, because if he might have been, if he was part of the creation, he probably no other things kind of like the others that we are looking for. That
I think
Azamir.
we can already recognize one shared trait of the ones we've encountered, though. Each of the seals. They all needed constant fuel. Or at
Yes.
least spurts of large amounts of fuel. The sacrificing for the aberrations. You saw the dead that had gone into that cave for the undead artifact. I think maybe
Yeah.
that the Fae made those walls to lure people in. I think
No, I while that is a excellent hypothesis, I genuinely think that the lich that was trapped there was what was fueling it.
you think it was expendable, destined to run out.
No, it was perpetually being kept in a state where it could not do anything. And it honestly seems like each of the seals causes some form of suffering.
I think
What is
maybe
the
it's
Fae
on
one causing?
it's on
'Cause that
life.
was love.
It just
Was-
on life in general. And
Then why
the
is
fact
sin
that-
required? Is it the damnation that comes at the end that fuels these, or is it the act of sin itself? We need to examine these.
Well, yes, that is a thing.
Then
and
is
the
I
Fae,
don't-
the
Yes.
Fae seal
We understand little
caused
of.
it still, in the end, it caused suffering, not for the one who held it, but for the one who created it.
but it didn't cause suffering until it was lost. It caused
Yes.
happiness before that. Is the
Yes.
emotion? Was it emotion? Could it have been?
Eating
Powered by
emotion
emotion.
of any sort?
Yeah, because I mean, it was given to the one
of
it
love.
loved, and they love the Fey Lord back. I mean, that would be a constant source of emotion.
And it was the one that was at greatest risk, truly. Being just out
Yeah.
and about.
Well, and Meltori, I will do not consider. I hopefully do not consider this rude. The dream, at least I was having dreams, kind of hinting about that one being close to breaking. Was not you, was it? And
That? No.
we haven't had any signal. Has anyone had any more dreams like the one?
No,
Do
not for a
wonder.
while.
I already admitted to messing with your dreams early on, but, well, that spell creates an opening for intrusion. I wonder if other entities took that as opportunity to influence you as well.
Maybe I was wondering if maybe right now none of the existing ones are in danger.
My dreams have only been Arwa by candlelight.
Oh,
That sounds
that
very
sort of
sweet.
smile.
You two are adorable.
What?
There is also another situation in this entire mess that is the seals that we have to
Mhm.
consider, and that is been itching at the back of my mind. And that would be Nim's Reaper.
You
That's
think that's
twice.
the celestial one?
No, I think there might be. We know now that there are angels that are fully independent of any of the powers.
You mean that retired guy?
If there's one, there's probably more.
They have to sacrifice some of their power to be such, right? Would it,
An angel retire?
apparently.
I don't understand this.
Seems-
I don't
But
know
we've
retire,
had-
what retire means. It should just mean sleep, right?
I
No,
mean,
it
more than
means
sleep,
being
eh?
able to stop having to do your job and not have to worry.
Wow.
Outrageous.
Hopefully we all live to
What
be
a
able to retire.
strange idea.
Well, do you
Don't
think we
just,
are nobles?
No, we're working wizards.
We work till we die.
We blow shit up till we die.
And then you get back up again.
That's the plan.
Some do,
Maybe that's my retirement.
but
Your retirement is your lichdom?
Yes.
But
Or would that be vacation?
I want to know how the Divine Seals work.
so far we've had two
Mm.
We've had one one person in our group has had an encounter with an angel. We've had I'm going to say confident reports of another Reaper interfering in mortal affairs.
have.
The mayor, or former
Okay.
mayor, I should say. It could have been a particularly
He was
aggressive
trying
crow.
to hang himself.
Yes, he was doing what people do when they feel they have no way out.
I have been told when you're about to die, your things flash before your eyes. Maybe that was just that, and
Maybe preventing that death
maybe
would be a major interference.
I do not
I mean,
think Reapers are allowed to do that at all.
But if
would-
it's a Reaper who is no longer tied to a Moor,
Then they shouldn't
we
have
may be
power, right?
we may be dealing with another faction that literally has a grudge
or it could have
against
just been.
against the Seven Bells and these seals.
We already know that this is divisive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
So
What if they're all intertwined? Because if there's a new undead ward, it was created due to a god we know now, right? They
Don't
were
think there is a
brought-
new undead ward. We have guards.
Didn't they say that they were?
They've said a lot of
I think-
shit.
They said a lot of things. It's hard to say what it is that they're doing down there, and I don't think that they would ever give us a straight answer. They just don't want anybody disturbing
And
them.
they're working for Lysol, and I know she does not see these wards as a solution.
Mm.
So they're just a stopgap at the moment.
Oh, your friends downstairs.
Yes, the guard at the gate, as it were.
Yes. He talked about that on the way down to the Sarah.
Yes.
I think they are here purely to keep the city safe.
No, that is a good thing.
I've not the
Also,
city,
there is
the
the matter of-
facility.
Why did Lysol get involved for a vampire?
It's still a strange thread that I want to pluck it so badly.
I wish we had time to do all of these things.
I mean, we do well traveling, don't we?
Maybe
Or
one
just,
of us
like,
needs to bang a sphinx so we can have time.
The mouse
Not it.
things.
Mm.
I would
Well,
like to
let's
find a
get to a-
sphinx.
What would Sphinx lizard babies be like?
They probably have existed at some point.
Oh.
I mean,
It is a Heian.
I do
creature.
know that supposedly the vampires that are on this land report to those on L'Oreal.
oh, that is our next major location
Maybe
after.
Conrad's turning was not an accident.
Maybe there's
Well, we
more
know
going
it wasn't
on.
an accident. It was
Murder.
purposeful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was done to him by a noble.
you know what I mean. As if not
With
coincidence.
divine intervention.
Yes,
Yes.
or at least another party at deliberate play.
How
My head
common
hurts.
vampires in L'Oreal?
They're actually pretty rare.
They're still pretty rare. Okay,
Like,
but is there a
the reports of like any adventurers going up
no-
against vampires have been like a couple of times in the last 300 years.
Okay,
Hey,
My head
think
hurts. We have a
that
lot
really
to do,
hope-
and we should just get doing it.
we
I really hope one of these times that everything is just a coincidence and not some sort of divine plan. That would be nice.
Do we need to pick up your companion first, or are we going to the bells?
We should go to the bells first.
Yeah, bringing her in there might not be the best.
Also, children,
When we cross the Rula, we should say hi to her, or the river, say hi to Fula.
if we are to discuss matters affecting Iala or Saeed, and he sort of looks quite deliberately, we talk of their cursed ring.
Cursed
All
ring.
right. Does anybody have any spells that would act as quick words that we can use sometimes? Out of character, I'm going to mention Yelia's private sanctum.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. I know. I was. It is something that I might be able to help with when we need to
Have a proper discussion.
discuss things.
Mm.
Yes.
That seems like a good plan.
Hey, Matori sort of looks at you, and Iala, there is an approving gaze that you very rarely see. Like, there's often fondness. There's often like, oh, good job. But like, he actually gives you a look that's like, oh. And sort of nods at you as like, oh, it's a very good spell to have.
I
So,
unfortunately can only assist in making sure that nobody, including ourselves, can make sound.
Iala it kind of gets a little bit bolstered by that and kind of sits up straighter, pleased with herself.
Okay. Cassian, would you rather be there with us when we're doing this, or do you want to go ahead?
I will go ahead.
Um,
Come
are
up with some
you
convenient
able-
lights as to our delay for Thomas, if you would please.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna have
Your
Lindop's.
bathroom.
Are you able to carry this in addition to yours, or no?
What are you indicating?
I'd actually,
Cassian.
to Cassian,
What's up?
Lindop's
Lindop's bag.
Here.
I don't know. Are you able to carry this, or
You're not too heavy a load, are you, Cassian? Right now.
What is? I'm only at 345 pounds.
What's your capacity? Should be substantial even with a low strength score for a centaur.
Well, I'm considered a large creature for carrying
Yeah,
capacity.
which is
and I
why I'm
have-
saying it should be substantial.
Yeah, it's saying I'm encumbered, but I shouldn't be.
Is it your coinage?
It's my coinage.
Yeah, carry large strength score times 30.
Well, you can't times 0 by.
No, the
strength
score.
score.
Oh, so 300.
And
then
you're
that's
at what right now?
doubled.
No, that's
No,
that's
that
for
is
the
the
large
doubled.
creature.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 345.48.
Okay, so you
Gotcha.
you are some of that's probably your coinage, but you're probably close
It's
to.
definitely my coinage.
Yeah. Is most of your coinage in platinum or?
It's split
Okay.
because I've been using gold and platinum.
In that case, you look over at Lindop's bag, and the thought of carrying it makes your back hurt.
Oh no!
Yes,
no,
that
no.
is quite heavy. She has literally her whole apartment in it.
Just for curiosity on the GM, roughly how much is it?
It's roughly 150 pounds worth of stuff.
I can
Okay.
literally carry that with my hand.
Yeah,
It's fine.
What else would
I
you carry
was
it with? Your
Ha.
teeth?
I could.
your shoulder, like
My
any other
teeth,
bag.
my tail, my pinky toe.
By the way, Lindop is
She's gone. Is she?
no.
Yeah,
I'm Lindop is particularly small even for a gnome. Malnourished kind of way.
Okay. She's
Yeah.
scrawny.
Yeah, scrawny. Probably didn't grow to her full height because of malnourishment.
Runty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can carry. I was just thinking if Cassian was going ahead carrying it, would
I can put it on my disc.
Yeah, why don't you Tensor's
Oh,
disc?
yeah.
You have a really
Right,
cool
you-
spell.
Yes, any
you all
excuse
have
to
your
census disc.
disc.
Tensor's disc. We'll
All
load
right,
it up on the disc for you, and then you can take it along.
Yeah.
I will.
I'll
But
join Cassian in that. So, because I have.
You're not coming to the
continue-
bells?
Yeah, I should really get the contract settled before we're ready to go out.
Well, we're going to be going to the guild hall to get her last. I thought, because that's where Lindop and them are waiting.
Guildhall
Yeah, I
is the
was-
ultimate. But if you want to go, Noah, you can go.
I was thinking of getting that settled before we all head out.
Right.
And so,
Do I have to go into the bells? I really don't want to see Mikey.
Listen. Yes.
I'll go to the bells with Taryc and Melikka. The three of them can
I don't
go
know what the
elsewhere.
mechanism of us carrying these blasted bells out of there is. I want as many of us in there as I possibly can.
I'm also going to ask out of
Fine.
character because I don't. Did Nim mention what Frula said to how to deal with Mikey?
Yes, confidence.
Actually, I don't think you actually told the others, right? You just got
No,
your
I
answer.
didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I was
oh,
curious,
okay.
so I
Yeah.
know.
I hadn't said anything yet, because I was like, yeah.
Do-
I said to pee
Does
really bad,
context
so I ran off.
Nope, it doesn't be said out loud. So that's why I was curious.
who's going ahead? It's Cassian, me, and is someone else going?
Just
No.
Cassian
No.
and Noah.
Okay.
I have to be there, but I'm keeping my mouth shut. I'll
Noah's
try
the
at
only one
least.
with a valid reason.
Come along. Yeah. I'll protect you.
I hold you to that.
I will.
Watch as the bastard doesn't let us have them. Right, let's go.
They're gonna hold each other.
Right,
All right.
be safe, children. He sort of waves at Cassian and Noah.
I'm gonna put
Gets
I
over
will.
gets all the way there, and Michael's gonna be laughing in our face and say, "No."
the bag on the desk before parting ways
Yep.
with Cassian and Noah.
Yeah, Cassian, you cast Tensor's floating disc.
Yep.
Right, yeah, Taryc can heft it up on there, and that disc will follow you. Okay, the party splits up. Maltori does a sort of double check, making sure there are no candles left lit, like the stovetop is
Lock the doors.
cooling enough. He looks worried about
isn't
leaving
our
it
stove
even
magic?
warm. What's that?
Is our stove? Isn't that a fancy
It's magic.
stove?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah, but you
Nim.
still don't want to leave it
Nim.
on.
Did you want to take the bathtub and the stove?
Do you guys want the bathtub and the stove?
Take
The
tub,
bathtub.
take the tub.
The tub.
The tub.
The
We can
tub,
make
you
do
don't
without
care
the
about
stove, but we
tub,
need the
yes.
tub.
All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna try and wedge the tub in there.
Wait,
Man,
how's
this
she
is gonna-
carrying the tub?
This is gonna be a hell of a fit with the bed. I'm gonna
Oh,
stand.
back.
Okay, Nim, you pop it into your sanctum, and there is the Gary's Mod clipping sounds briefly as they shove each other aside.
Well, I'd had that bed for a week, so I
Uh-huh.
had shoved it off to the side, so it wasn't right. It wasn't right at teleport entry.
Oh my god, that's awesome. You should have just stolen Noah at some point.
Just
We
stick
know
it
even
in the bag.
noticed.
Exactly.
You
that's
look
fine.
around, Nim, and you're like, it's getting out of hand.
I need to get better at stacking my things.
And
Yeah, I'm
Why
gonna.
is there half of a general store in this bag?
I'm gonna briefly like
I'll check
shake
the
off
bag.
the blanket that's on Noah's bed that's covered in snacks that Nami and Nim have been eating on it for the last week.
Why would you do this?
'Cause you were using it.
once Nim has stored the precious bathtub, you'll come down and you head outside, and Matori locks the door, and then he sort of starts doing some spell work. And then he sort of stares up at the manor a bit and just looks at the rest of you and goes, "It's going to be okay, isn't it?
Yes.
It's going to be fine.
I'm attached to this place."
It's home.
Mm.
I've never had the home before. Not the
It
real
is a
one.
very nice
Mhm.
building.
I haven't had a home that didn't try to kill me.
Also, don't ask me to haul any more big items for a little bit. I'm a little full up.
What
Okay.
else would you have other than the tub?
Just in case if something happens to me and you need to make your way back here, you can get in here by saying Tabby Cat.
I didn't just open it, did it?
Did we just lock Cassian's familiar in there?
Hopefully not.
Pretty sure you
I
can
thought it went
just
with him.
summon it back to you,
No,
right?
it's probably. I haven't seen that thing in a while, so I was like, where
Is
is
the
it?
mimic the familiar?
No.
No, there's
Oh.
It's a Tressum.
Tressum.
That's
Oh, the
word.
Tressum.
Mm.
Yes.
Cassian doesn't keep Talal around. He lets Talal roam.
I thought you were about to say you just leave him in the snack room. I'm like, wow, that's a familiar. The
Right.
familiar just sitting there going, I'm fun.
To the
It's-
bells
it's-
then.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we'll see
Just
Fula on
outdoor
the bridge on
Tressum.
the way.
Yeah, what does he? Yes, on the way. Yes, that's sensible. Right.
She says what her biggest recommendation for us is confidence. Be confident in what we are doing.
I'm sure she thinks that's very clever advice.
No, it makes sense because we got to prove to this asshole that we can do it.
Right. You all start making your way to your respective destinations. Most of you heading towards the river. And as you approach, there is just a slight whirling in the water on one of the docks. And near him, you see a slender body, just about human-sized, just to sort of like rest itself on the edge there. As Frula smiles.
Great Fula!
My jewel, you come to say goodbye?
I am come to say goodbye. I am going on a big journey.
You're going to make such a name for me and you.
I hope so. Everyone will know how great and powerful Fula is, and that her servant does her well.
But if my servant is going to make a name for herself, she can't continue to be nameless.
I
Is
have not.
Is Nim not your name?
Name is too leaf or nameless. I did
Oh.
not have. I did not have someone.
I always
see.
figured you were doing that to avoid saying your real name.
I was unimportant.
I think you are very important to all of these individuals.
Well, I have proven I am a jewel. Yes.
Joel.
You are
Yes.
so much more than that, my dear. But would you grant me the privilege of giving you a name?
I would be greatly honored, Fula.
Then your name to do with as you please, whether it is to take it as your own, add on to it, supplement it with others. And she seems to think wistfully for a second, and then she smiles and goes, Gemma.
I will hold on to this name tightly. Thank you.
Maybe ask your
Fula.
papa for another one.
Yes.
What? What? I can't go around naming people. It's rude, isn't it? What?
Well, if one doesn't have a name, it is your obligation as their father to name them.
Be a little
If
more
it is something
observant,
that they
wizard.
want.
Fuda just calls out, and Maltori's frowns and scowls at her. I'll decide such a thing.
I would
Allow me to
enjoy it
think on
very
it,
much.
please.
I would enjoy it very much if you decide what to do so.
Gemma!
Sorry. Yes.
Oh, that is.
I
good.
get it.
Isn't-
You get it?
You're her little jewel. You're her gem.
Yes.
Yes.
Gemma.
Yeah, he just sort of waves his
Gemma.
hand at like I don't admit liking that.
That slight quirk of the mouth of trying to force a frown, but also a kind of a smirk of it's kind of cute, right?
and Fuller just smiles and goes, "Well then, my darling, my sweet Gemma, you have questions? You asked me so
Michael.
many."
I know. We are going to see Michael, and we have a lot of trepidation. Do you know anything about the bells?
The bells, not really only what I have heard and felt here.
Mm.
It is just a place, no?
There are supposed to be actually 7 bells in the bells.
7 bells within the bells. I take it they are magical by your questioning.
Yes, and they are fed by sin.
Ah. Well,
They are one of the
are they
protections against the Marinorath.
then old, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Hmm. I have no knowledge of them myself, but I do know a Shin that would have taken interest in such themes.
Oh, who is the Shin?
His name was Amar. He was a prideful as a Jin should be, but also in the way of a wizard. And she actually scowls a little when she says that, looking over at Maltori. Knowledgeable. Passionate. He very much like infernal artifacts. Fits the fiery nature, I suppose.
He may have information.
Last I heard, the fool had got himself captured.
Oh, what continent was he on when it happened?
Truly, of course. Heard that he was shipped off, though. Sold.
Oh,
The kind of wealth that buys a captured Shin. You're talking kings, perhaps. If not a very high up noble.
hmm.
Not the
Foolish
best.
people who deserve punishment.
Yes, perhaps. Well, I care very little. No personal connection there.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not much to go on, but there aren't that many kings.
I will keep an eye out. Thank you for this great information.
Mm.
I will try to keep in contact with you as I travel.
You will. I know.
I will.
And I look forward to hearing from you each time. Do you
May
want
your
to,
city grow prosperous.
would each of you offer me your flasks, your skins?
I'm just gonna take out that little canteen she has.
The one that was given to you by Larkin.
Larkin, yep.
And she's a sort of like motions for you all to like empty your canteens.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone doing so?
I will.
I'll do so.
I will empty my flask. Yes. Look
I
at what
can-
I got.
I'm going to have that one drop come out of my canteen.
I put my canteen forward, my water skin forward as well.
She just sort of like gestures with her hand, and little tendrils of water dance very gracefully for the air, and start to fill your canteens. And she just says, "The purest of waters that will last you oh so long."
Thank you,
Thank
grateful.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nim hugs it tightly.
If any of you let my gem die, don't come back.
That is not in our plans. So we shall see you again.
Yes.
And she just smiles and retreats into the water.
She was very lovely.
She is the most beautiful.
So don't you do any more of those heroic sacrifices that you seem to want to do all the time. I want to come back here.
That obviously means you need to make sure that she doesn't die while doing them.
So we have to.
What we all need to do.
Do you think resurrection counts, Nim? Gemma?
I don't think that it would be a problem as long as I'm alive when you come back.
Okay, because the blasted... She didn't clarify. Ah,
Well, we'll just
Yes.
have to
Don't
endeavor to
don't
either
insult my
keep
patron by the water,
Gemma
please.
very
no,
safe.
no, I will not. He just waves his hand at the river and just starts to move towards the bells.
Keep her
I
very
am,
safe, or have a complete mission in making sure that she comes back in a particular living way.
I'm going to still avoid the water because I do not know if gnolls are welcome in there yet, and I would like that to sink to the bottom again. It was very disconcerting last time.
Tails swishes excitedly. My name is Gemma.
Is
It is.
that what you would prefer to be called now?
I don't know. I'm going to wait to see what Tori comes up with. She smiles.
Oh God. Okay. Right.
You have time, old man. Don't worry about it.
I'll be
I
sure to
have
come up
waited
with it
this
before I
long.
die.
Well, you better. Or at
the,
least when you come back as a skeleton, you should have a good ones ready for me.
Mhm.
on the plus side, name for adventurers have to be changed to the capital, anyways.
Okay. How
She
did
might
you
not
find
want to
that
give the
out?
capital her actual name. I mean, Nameless is actually a pretty sweet title.
It is a pretty good title, but it is
You could be Gemma.
it
Nameless
is
gem.
good to have a real name, though. It is not good to be my age and not have a name.
Yes. And how inquiries? Nothing too important to discuss, but yes.
Right. You all make your way to the alleyway, and you're able to enter easily. Actually, we need a roll from somebody. Melikka.
Hi.
Oh yeah, new
Not can I see it?
person.
Melikka, can you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, this is not going to work well. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Not bad.
It's not bad, but it's also not the best. Is anyone going to assist her?
I'm
Guide her in?
pretty sure that a couple of us are
Mhm.
are going to
Alright,
help.
Melikka?
We know at least a couple of us know the
Yes.
issue.
A couple of your party members sort of like, start to guide you by your forearms. And as they're guiding you, it feels like you're trying to walk into a hallway that's narrowing drastically.
Oh, that's horrible.
And it just keeps feeling more and more oppressive. Your eyes keep trying to wander away from where they're leading you. Like, nope, that's just a wall. That's a wall. No, look that way.
Guys,
And
I'm literally going to get stuck.
and as you step into the threshold
I'm
of the
not
alleyway,
as small as Nim.
give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Gemma.
You manage to stop yourself from hurling your lunch as this disorientation overtakes you. You feel like your brain is going to momentarily burst. There's such an assault on your senses that it's a distinctly unpleasant experience.
There's a lot of hissing, snarling.
And as you hiss and snarl, you hear something go, "Ooh, grr, ah."
What?
Oh,
And there is
Guard
a
this time.
black-scaled lizard folk
No.
sitting at a chair. And
Hello?
they tip a non-existent hat to all of you.
new card today.
Finger guns.
They finger guns back. And then they sort of peer around and go, "Did you trade the centaur and the fae for this one?"
I think we tied it up.
You got a lot in return, certainly.
I don't know. The centaur does is a large amount
Redistribution
on
of
the
mass,
back end.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it all went to the right places.
No,
I mean, technically, his rear end is larger than yours.
I should
Ow!
give you a little heads up. Things are changing around here.
Yes, we're going to have a talk with Michael.
Ah,
Yes,
nasty
we've
business.
Have you seen Mr. Deeds around at all?
Seen him? No.
Oh, heard him?
heard.
Oh, heard? No.
Smell?
But
Felt. Listen, what one person feels for another, it's personal,
Does Mr. Deeds smell?
Mr. Deeds smell? I'm sure he smells a lot of things.
Oh,
I mean,
all
we know
right.
he does have a nose. He had one when you saw him last. Hopefully,
Still.
he still does.
You know what they say, no good deed, right?
Goes unpunished.
But deeds must still
that
be
is
done.
sad.
So
It still must be done.
if we don't want deeds to be punished, then maybe we don't find them.
Oh, okay. That sounds
We'll
good.
Remember that.
Good words.
Good words.
Right then, have fun with good old Michael there.
Yeah, maybe we'll be joining. We might be something interesting for you to look at after. I hope
Mhm.
not.
Iala groans loudly. She really doesn't want to go.
Oh, Iala, Dragonkin.
Ah, yes.
You want to take that new friend of yours there, points at Melikka, deeper into the alleyways?
Oh,
I can do
oh,
that.
is that where Tall, Dark, and
We
Handsome?
need Iala to come with us.
Ah, oh well, maybe
Aw.
maybe another time.
Listen, I'm certain at some point Melikka can explore the alleyways for your enjoyment, but not right now.
Just, but little heads up. And they stand up and then crouch down, strangely enough, because tall as folk wants to be more eye level with people. Yeah, after things.
You been listening in? You hearing
No,
things from whispers?
just thinking of why you might be here.
She might be.
Whatever you're talking to Michael about, if he tries to use us as leverage, not that I could speak for the boss of this place, obviously. He says with a look, knowing, I know, that I know that you know, but we're not saying it.
Mhm.
He just goes, I'm fine decoupling.
Understandable.
So, don't
I
let us be held, huh?
I would miss you.
Oh, you'd find us.
I was gonna say
I
I
don't
have a
know.
feeling.
We're not very good at looking around. It took me
No.
a really long time to find the
If you
succubi.
didn't, I'm sure in long enough time. Things have a way of working their way back together, especially the movers and the shakers.
Mhm. Well, we are going to do our best, and we will stand firm.
Well, have fun, kids. Remember, don't look both ways when crossing the street. Just go straight ahead.
Why would
I
we
mean,
look both
usually I
ways
can
before
stop a
crossing the
horse
street?
quite well.
Nonsense. And Malator is just crumbling as he walks down the alleyway.
Gonna go down the alleyway.
Oh, we only get to salt one fay right now.
So who was the tall, dark, and handsome?
The
This is
guard.
one of the guards.
Oh, so he's a local. That's nice to know.
Local
Of the alleyway.
to here.
Yeah, he did say to venture deeper into the alleyway. Yeah. What's
We are
been
not doing
going
that.
on?
We are not doing that. Last
Oh,
time
I understand we're not doing that, but now I'm kind of intrigued
we
because
are not doing that.
I mean, I would go down a dark alleyway with that one.
All right, but you can hold off on that until we are not on business.
All
No.
right.
Business before pleasure.
Aw, of
And
course.
I would advise you don't do that. Last times there was we dealt with him. It involved a bunch of swords and a bunch of stabbing.
Ooh,
That
nice.
sounds like
You know
an
what? I'm not going
common
to.
occurrence.
As you're heading down the alleyway,
Maybe over drinks, yeah, we can discuss the details of your encounters.
I feel like anything I will say would not dissuade you, so we'll talk about this later.
you see a young gentleman coming the other way. Shabby clothes, doesn't look too well off, but you can see he's grinning ear to ear, almost skipping his step, like laughing and almost like when someone's like cheering gently to themselves. Holding a bag that they're just putting gold coins out, looking at them as they go. And they, as they pass by you, they go, "Oh, hey, good morning. Here. And he's just gonna start putting coins into your hands, like just trying to grab hands, push them in.
Mm.
You can keep them. Thank you.
I've got plenty to spare. It's fine. Go on, take it. Have a drink on me. It's a good day."
I thank you, but that's something I cannot
Oh,
accept. as-
he just sort of continues walking past you all and just like tosses a handful of coins in your direction, not aggressively, just like cheerfully, and just takes off running down the alleyway, going woohoo as he does.
That Melikka is never a good sign in this alleyway.
I'm guessing that was a deal then.
Most likely.
I hate to think of what that man did or is going to do.
But,
That's the thing he may
I-
not know.
Yes.
Iala
But,
tosses the coin she was given to the side. Maybe someone else will find it.
I'm gonna actually look at the coins.
littered
Are
on the
they?
street.
Just seems like a gold coin. It's got the emperor's visage on it.
So it is coins from
Yeah,
here.
minted
Okay.
here.
Glad I don't have the dragon greed for gold.
Yet.
I could make it into a platinum for you if you want.
No, thank you.
Oh, shh. Maltori's putting his finger to his lips and just go, "Shh! No, we don't say that. We don't say that. No. We mages cannot make metals into more expensive metals. We can't do that, though."
You want a gem instead?
That gets important people very angry, Nim.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the
Seems
kingdom's
like
currency,
you,
Nim.
You have profound experiences with this.
Well, at least don't say it out loud. He sort of looks around suspiciously.
More,
Is
yes.
that how you could afford the tub?
Not think about it. Let's go into the
You a
bells.
guardsman now, Iala?
Just curious.
You're a guardsman. You have to
you've
tell
got
us.
to tell us if you are.
I'll be honest. I forgot we actually bought the tub. I thought it was
You bought the
acquired
tub.
the
You
other
just robbed
way.
them blind of everything else.
Oh, that's right. It was everything else. It wasn't okay.
That stove came for free.
Well, that
think
I remember.
You think that's the only thing I've taken? I've taken a lot of things. I'm ready. At some point, I'm going to have Nami fly my ring over an enemy, and we're just going to drop stuff down on them.
Notori laughs to himself
Oh,
as he pushes open the door to the bells and steps in.
I wonder if I
Capital
could
letters,
carry someone up a
improvised
wall
weapon.
and drop them. I never thought about that.
Yeah, you just grapple someone up a
People
wall.
following Maltori in.
Not in character. In
I'm
character.
finding
not
Maltori in.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Following,
following
yeah.
Maltori in.
As you head on in there, you see the place still somewhat empty. There's a succubus like sort of just idly like examining her fingernails, standing by a doorway towards the back. There's Michael's just like wiping up a spot on the bar, and just quirks an eyebrow when you're walking in, and goes, "Well, that's a mighty strange sight right there."
Mikey, sweetie darling, want to talk business?
I do like talking business with you all, but again, didn't expect it, which puts me on my toes a bit.
Oh,
Iala
you're a
sets her jaw, keeping her mouth shut.
Hey, pretty lady, you look a little displeased to see me.
She just kind of purses her lips.
Ah, that's right.
Eh.
Give me a little pout.
No, you're too strong and scary for Durialia. Now, can we have a good talk about business? Do you need privacy for your deals?
Privacy? Yeah. I've got
I'm in
nobody
the
coming
mood to
down the
deal,
street.
Mikey, and I'm in the mood to do it now. And if you take too long, I'm going to leave because we're going out of town.
Oh, playing
I've-
tough.
I am interested in deal,
Um,
but
a harsh sound assails your ears as Mikey barks something infernal to the succubus, who flinches, cringing back, and leaves through the door. Mikey then just sort of snaps his fingers. You hear the bell's front entrance locking, and he gestures to a table and he's like, "Put up some chairs then, friends."
I'll go over and clamber up onto the table.
Mm,
And Matoria is sort of looking around more than at Michael, and he just slowly comes on over. And Michael will seat himself at the table with you all. Is anyone choosing not to sit down?
Iala is gonna just kind of stand behind Maltori with her arms crossed.
You're the muscle girl. You're certainly not the
You know-
brains, right?
She deigns not to answer, but her tail is kind of swishing.
I'm gonna bring a chair over and I'm going to sit and just kind of sit there and watch right now.
Well, you got me on hill. What bargain you chasing? Yeah, got me
Well,
curious, excited.
I see it. You are in an interesting position, and I have managed to somehow wrangle my dear friends into really stupid territory. So I'm going to act on it while I can. You don't want to run the bells. You don't like it. You hate it. You know what I like? I like being in control. I like being in charge of something. Knowing how something's going down. And I wanted those 7 little bells that you got somewhere in your back room. And I want to handle your little sin work.
The grin fades from his face a bit, and he just leans forward, putting elbows on table, which that sort of black seepage starts to coat the tabletop. And he just goes, "How do you know about the bells?"
Oh, my patron is a powerful Marid. I have knowledge
sure that's the
all
answer?
over from Thule. Do you think I care to give you a real answer?
I think
And
you
do
care
think
whether I need to declare war with her or not.
Mm.
Iala sends a message to Maltori. She's got
No. You see Michael point at you, and there is a in your sort of mind
Oh.
as that message
Okay.
will not go through.
Okay. It doesn't take any components, so it's not obvious, but it can still be sensed in this area.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Okay.
we are basically in
you're in hell.
His
his
territory.
lair.
You are.
His little private sanctum. as
You're
it were.
quite literally in hell in this place.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And she
And
huffs.
no, coy games now, because that's real serious. That you're.
It might be real serious, but it is not really a matter of who leaked it. It is a matter that I know damage is done, and I want to take them off your hands. I want to sit here and discuss with you the terms of us handling the sin, taking it out there and you knowing that we are damning ourselves every day to feed them. You like that, right? And you know what we like? Making ourselves believe we're making a difference somehow.
I don't
Everybody
like.
gets what they want.
I don't like not knowing what game somebody's playing here. Who willingly damns themselves? That's that
Is
can't
it
be
not?
what you
Uh,
want.
it's not tasty. You don't like it.
I don't.
Mikey.
I don't like. And he's actually gonna stand up, and he looks visibly rattled. He starts to sort of pace back and forth, trailing that black footprint as he does, sort of shaking his finger, going,
Already,
"That's
7
already
people
said-
protected by the gods, or at least 5 or 6 that are maybe, that could handle this for you. You would get a lot more free time. And also, you could make sure we don't fuck up.
but no, you wouldn't
We
want to break
would-
them. You're big damn heroes."
Oh, we'd want to protect them,
protect them
wouldn't
with
we?
our lives.
What
And
is-
you'd always get the understanding that you're being tantalized by
Who
us
the
holding
fuck
your
is this
bells.
one?
Hi.
Ah, this is
Just-
Melikka. She is part of our group now. Mikey, this is Melikka. Melikka, this is Mikey.
Calm, big
Melikka,
tits.
don't.
Now, shush. I want to hear this one's excuse. He points at Nim.
What excuse?
Yeah.
It is. What are you gaining? What do you want from me? I don't get this.
You
You're
don't
offering
get
all the things I
this.
would want.
Yes, I'm
Then-
leading with the temptation. Haven't you ever been tempted?
Then where's the
demon?
cost?
The cost is you have to hand them over.
No. Because that's a one. I'd have to believe that you can take care of them, which we'll get to that.
Oh,
perhaps.
Mikey, don't hurt me like that. You know I can do it. You know I will make it seen through. You're
Ah,
questioning my honor
that's
there.
why the pure one's not here, and the centaur. I'm thinking it through, maybe.
Yes, you're thinking about the fact that, maybe the pure one
We
is...
got the necromancer, the thief, the cannibal. Yeah, you all got your flaws. I get it, but again, what do you gain? You're that desperate for power?
Why would I be that desperate for power?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Mikey, is this not an interesting deal for you?
I'm
I see entirely why I would want them, but I don't
interested, but I'm
understand
perplexed,
how-
and I'm not making a deal when I'm perplexed.
oh, Mike.
Oh, Mikey,
You think-
Mikey, I know.
Do you think I really want to be anything other than a good friend to you and help you with this time of need of getting rid of this unnecessary building that you don't want to run?
Come on, please. Let's cut the
Oh,
bullshit.
such a 9 to 5 work of running a bar is so Michael.
So many
You
boring
want
stories
me
to sit
gone.
through.
Maybe I don't want you in this town. Maybe I want to take away a reason for you to be here.
Ah,
Maybe this is the territory of my Jin, Michael.
I see.
Maybe it is a selfish choice that I am making. I am a very selfish little girl, and you know that. You can
Yeah.
feel it.
He slips back into the chair. A smile returned to his face as he's seeming more comfortable now. It's like, okay, I get it. There's the rub. Yeah, you just want me out of here. You don't like the deals I'm going to be bringing to this place.
Oh, you don't tell me that you are going to do beautiful little deals while we're gone. If I just leave you here.
But, he actually looks over at Iala as he's like amused at addressing the one that refuses to talk to him, and he just goes, "Does she actually talk like this when she's not with me, or is she just copycatting?" No.
No, she's usually like this.
Well, okay, that's something for sure.
Cut from the same cloth, it seems.
Oh,
Mm,
would that make you happy to know that we're from the same cloth?
it wouldn't upset me. It would explain a lot of things.
No,
Really
that's
would.
fair. This is interesting. It is. It truly is. But
My
and
time is ticking. I've got to get going, Mikey. So you
And
need to
then-
think this through quick.
there's a snap of his fingers, and you hear the door unlock. And if your time's that important, then we can't have a civil conversation. You can leave. Because as far as I
I'm
see it,
giving you. You don't want to talk? All right.
and he just sort of leans back in his chair, putting his feet up on the table, and just sort of like spraying his hands out.
Have a fun time. All right. And then we'll
Malco,
climb up
stand
the
up.
table.
Kind of quiet in here.
What? Oh, don't worry.
What?
Mr. Deeds kept him coming in with the small deals. I only need the occasional big one.
Have fun. And I'm gonna walk through the door.
Have fun, kids.
Taryc will stand up and start walking.
You're going to walk out?
Walk it out.
All right, you walk on out. Tori sort of follows up, and as you'll leave, the bell closes behind you.
Well, we tried. He's not interested,
Did we?
didn't we?
Yeah, we could have taken a lot of responsibility off of his hands and give him tons more free time, but
I think we got
Yes.
caught up in calling each other's bluff with a demon that's playing a game.
Yes, but if we go back in there, it would be a weakness, and he would really enjoy that. How much time do you want to wait out here before we lunk our way back in? Nim smiles.
I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know what the successful strategy is here.
Would I don't know what leverage we have other than is it the coupling of this place? It's
I hate to say
no.
this, Iala. If you want to sell this, I need you to burst open that doors and say, "You wait a minute, you bastard." It would be. It
I
would
have
be.
to-
drag us back in, kicking and screaming.
Yes.
All right.
You
Let's
know he's
see.
interested in what you have to say.
Yeah,
Melikka offers her tail.
Yalia just cracks her fingers. Let's try this. I really didn't want to talk to this
Mhm.
beast, but
And he knows it.
Mhm.
she grabs Taryc by the scruff and
You reach up.
yeah.
But yeah. That's why I
Reach
gave
up.
her my tail. I should have lowered down.
Just grab the ear and yank down for Taryc. And then,
Oh,
Yeah.
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 And she pretty much gently, roughly grabs Nim, like it. Not actually.
Oh, you got
looking like
got
you're
Nim in her
grasping tightly,
fist.
but you're not.
Yeah.
All right. Come here, Maltori. I'm going to pick you up.
Start
No,
shaking her.
Nope.
no,
you're
I'm
coming
walking
with.
back in. You touch me,
No,
I
you're getting
will
picked up.
banish you.
You're where?
He will do it. You may want to believe him.
Yalia goes to the door.
I'll just push you then. Just move on.
Yalia comes up to the door and just tries to kick it open,
Yeah, it opens up.
and she drags.
You crazy
Um,
half dragon! What the hell are you doing?
And
She comes back over the table, tosses Nim back onto it,
Ow!
and just kind
I'm
of
trying to
tosses Taryc back into the chair.
I'm trying to snap at her.
Everybody involved, give me a performance check.
ooh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend an inspiration on that.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I will use.
Oh wait,
my
I gotta do that. I
inspiration
gotta use.
also.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. I did worse. Oh well.
Ah,
Right.
I'm assuming I could have got a guidance off before, so I'm using guidance. So
You'll come back in, putting on the show.
15.
Melikka, if you try to push Matori, he is going to give you a warning look. Do you continue to push Matori?
I will pull my hands back.
Okay, he is just going to walk in without any show.
My curiosity is my failed performance actually biting.
Which Mikey, Mikey's in the same position, by the way, just sitting there, sort of like just watching you all come on in, watching Nim land on the table, and he sort of just goes, 10 out of 10 for you, Dragon Lady, but the rest of you need some work.
Ow.
You-
She
You
actually
might have gone a
hit me
little
off
too
the
far there.
table.
There's no shame in having your bluff called, you know.
It's the only thing. The only thing that is a shame here is us having to talk with you again.
Hey, she
Uh,
speaks to me. Wow, we're off to a better start already. So, I imagine that you can make at least a few minutes to talk things through like reasonable adults.
Yes, we can talk it out. We're just wanting to move it along because we have people waiting for us.
Oh, they can wait, no?
Yes, you're worth the time, Mikey. What do you want?
Yeah, it gives you a sort of wink in appreciation. And he goes, well, let's figure this out because, you know, I can't just hand them over, right? Not without knowing they'd be safe.
Of course not.
So, tell me, how are you gonna really sin?
If
I
it's
do it
to
all the
protect
time.
people's lives, then we might as well.
Ah.
It's it's not exactly that hard to throw your weight around when you're heroes already.
Then,
A lot of
but
us
To get what
have
we want
vices.
and to get it done.
you mind if we test that?
Right? What do you
If
want?
I want you to sin. And what sins do you feel yourself capable of?
Alright, so, okay, I can kill somebody. That would be wrath, envy,
The only thing keeping me from
lust.
trying to take those things, those magical items from you, is the fact that we have a pact that protects us from actually attacking you.
And the fact that I would snap my fingers and break you so easily if you tried. But I'm
She's
sorry,
kind of
I'm
got
devolving
greed.
into threats there. That's unnecessary. We're being adults. Well,
Honestly, the only one I'm not sure about is gluttony. Maybe sloth.
Sloth.
I think those would be a little bit harder, but I know I can do pretty much any of them.
stuff is the tricky one, ain't it? I got a guy for that, you know, here.
You do?
Oh, yeah. He hasn't moved for years. Mr. Deeds did a lot to keep him comfortable, but I don't know, that's an expenditure that's not needed.
Wow.
So, who wants to kill somebody?
I'll do it.
He gestures over to the door and goes, all right, in there. Kill the man. Be angry about it as well. He slapped his wife, you know.
Well, Taryc will get up and go on in.
All right, you heading through the door?
Yeah.
You find yourself in just some like sort of not rundown, but it's a poor household. It looks like it's only got like 2 rooms in it, and that like the second room is just like very basically put up boarding to cause a separation. And you just see a guy sitting at a table, a bottle of alcohol in hand, looking sort of down in the dumps, and just looks up at you blarily as you step on in. What? Who are you?
I just need to check something real quick because I can't remember if I have improvised weapon proficiency with grappler. So there's a plan immediately, but I just want to look at where the hell are my feet. Okay, do not get that. So, just gonna lay into him, just swing.
Okay.
And I get advantage and extra stuff on grapple, so I'm actually gonna grab him on the first punch and just keep going.
All right. And how do you feel as you're doing it? What mental process is Taryc putting herself through?
I mean, we were told he hit his wife. I'm focusing on that and anger about it. I mean, I have had family attack me.
Okay.
I
Right.
know what it feels like to have family attack
No
you.
rolls necessary. Taryc is easily able to overpower this man and slaughter him. Barely able to get a scream out before he is dead. Well, unconscious, then dead. And as you
Not
finish,
necessarily in that order.
you stand up from his bloody body, catch a sight of yourself in the mirror, and good lord, you look like one of your tribe's people right now.
Not the first time I've seen myself look like that.
Right.
And I'm gonna guess that
The door's still
the
there.
door is still there. I'm gonna go back through the door.
Right. Taryc reemerges. You see blood on her hands spattered over her chest. And Mikey just lets out a little whistle. Well, one down.
It's been a while, but I guess you never forget where you came from.
No, you don't.
Iala clicks her tongue.
Who wants to give me an example of greed?
I'm gonna glance at Iala.
Are we gonna go down the whole list here?
We
I have
are
a feeling
indeed.
We will be. He needs proof that we can keep them all fed.
And if you can do it in the scenarios I give you, I got no doubts you'll find some goody two-shoes ways to do it.
Fine.
You want us to really cement ourselves, huh?
I need to know that you can do what needs to be done. All right, pretty lady. Take yourself through that door.
Oh, you don't even get to know what happened.
You don't even get to know.
This is great. I like this.
Yeah. As Iala walks over, she just kind of kicks one of the chairs out of her way and goes through the door.
All right, you emerge through the door, and you find yourself in woodland. You see a couple of looks like young teens sort of coming out. They are air quote adventurers in the sense that looks like the boy has an old rusty sword. The girl is carrying what is clearly a sort of frayed old hunting bow. But you see that they are clutching this sort of bracelet between them, mumbling excitedly to one another, and you hear her go, "That's it. This will get us. We can sell this, and we can go somewhere better. We can take Mum with us. We found a magic item."
Let's see.
Be a dragon. Be what you're destined to be.
This is hard. Give me a second.
Quick! Prepare to drop money as you do it now.
I'm
He's
just
watching, so no matter what we do.
I mean,
technically,
I am taking moments to steel myself for this because I am not good with this.
I'm just saying this is out of character stealing, isn't this? Like you're stealing yourself as you, not as Iala.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
like
Iala might be
dead
as well.
focus.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a good act. This is, and if Iala didn't do it, it would be completely understandable in character.
This is first adventurer's magic item.
All right.
Okay, it's a cursed magic item.
Give me a second. Let me go through what's going through Ialia's mind right now. They said they have the magic item. They can finally go somewhere else. Uh, I don't know if she can do it. Let's see.
If she can't do it, she can't do it.
Um. Yeah, they're they're not deserving of it, so she can't actually do that.
You want to turn, go back through the door?
Yeah, she can't do it. Not from somebody who doesn't deserve it.
All right. And Iala comes back through the doorway. Maybe looking sort of dejected, I imagine.
She looks. She just
Yeah.
gives
How
him
does she look?
a look of absolute vitriol, and just kind of pulls a chair up and just sits heavily in it, with her arms crossed again.
You can't even take the figurative candy from some quite literal babes.
It's not worth it.
Well then, we got any other business here?
End of the deal then?
I'm afraid so. If sorry, I can't feel it, you know. And he slaps his chest a bit.
I can do it.
You can't do it, can you?
Do it.
All right. Show me.
Okay. And then we'll go through the door.
All right. You head through the door, and you emerge into what is a Tulian temple. It seems like, and you see a couple of Trixies, adults. They're talking like, we want to take a natural daughter with us traveling, yes, and that one's been alone for a while, so maybe we take her. And they gesture over to this little Trixie girl that's just playing on her own. And as you see that happening, you look down at yourself, and you once again childish hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at them, looking at this other Trixie girl. It'd be so easy to get their attention.
I can stand on my head, look!
You do a little handstand.
Yep.
Yeah. Put yourself on your head, and they glance over, and you see they're both women. One of them smiles at the sight, and they sort of start talking to each other. And as they start to walk over you, you see that one little Trixie girl playing with her toys just sort of glance over at them sadly.
I look away from them.
Oh,
I think Nim meant the child.
The child?
Yeah.
Is
so
that what you
you
meant?
continue performing for the parents.
Yep.
And
I'm taking a wild ass guess. This is supposed to be envy, and I'm supposed to like try and steal this attention for myself. So I'm doing it. So that's my interpretation.
And
So-
they come on over, and one of them crashes down and goes, would you like to come home with us?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're a cute thing. And they pinch your cheek, and they make the motion of picking you up, and then you have a mild out of body experience. You see them picking up a child and starting to head off.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll step through the door and go back out.
And Mr. Deeds just gives you a little slow clap of his hands. Well, you can manage. How'd that feel? Got the attention of such wonderful people.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. What not next?
Let's see. Who wants to have a little bit of lust? I'm kidding. That's the easy one.
That's the easy one. No, honestly, I think Noah was taking that one.
Indeed. Really, the pure one. I mean, I know they had their flirtations in here, but you think that they could carry that on?
Yeah, if not, we're hoping to pass it around. I told everybody we'd have to share that one. That seems like a great one.
All right, then. How about some pride? Can we get some pride in here? And Maltori actually sort of stands a bit.
Melikka stands.
Fighting for it.
Sit, child. I know I'm better at this than you.
You don't know anything about what my life was.
And I don't care. And he's going to head towards the door.
Melikka's gonna go forward as well.
Okay. Mr. Michael sort of like leans, like you hear the chair,
Appeared.
you hear the chair creaking a bit as he leans back in it and goes, "Ooh, that's spicy." Throwing yourselves both at the challenge, huh? Only one at a time, though. So
Shouldn't that pass the pride? Because they both, before they go through the door, because they're both too prideful to give it
I mean,
up.
it's definitely giving a show to him. And Maltori sort of looks to you, Melikka, and goes, "I'm paying you. Go sit down."
Age for beauty.
You're paying me to take on things, and this is one that I am all about.
Yeah, you can carry the damn idol once we have it, but I'm not certainly not going to be lustful here.
It was pride, not lust.
Yes, the one I can do.
She snarls. And she kind of just steps back. You better get it.
And he steps on through, and after about a minute, he reemerges, and you just see he's got his jaw set, and Michael just rolls his shoulders a bit and goes, "Okay, I'm feeling a little more confident. There is that matter of greed, though, left undone. Pretty Dragon can't manage it, but if I knew someone else could."
I can do it.
Double dipping, huh?
No double dip.
Melikka could do it too. It's not exactly what she is envisioning, but
Up to you, Melikka.
I don't
am
mind
fine
who.
with doing it. It is nothing that I have not done before.
That was muted. We don't actually know what's in there, and it may be different when we go in too.
Melikka will say yes. Greed is an aspect.
Go for it then.
Turns to the door and make it bigger.
All right.
Pushes
You
through.
you move through the door, and you're back in familiar territory, a tribal area. It doesn't look like your area on the coast, but there's those nice sands and so on. And you're in a village, and no one seems to be paying much attention to you. But you see, there is a new clutch of eggs. Someone else's. You've had clutches before. They could be yours as well.
She approaches the nest, bidding down, putting her hand against the shell.
As you do that, you see that amongst them is glittering gold as well, coinage, eggs and gold coins.
Oh, that's kind of even worse if this is what this is. Such
I think it's a dragon baby, it's hard to say.
Yep. She picks up one egg, holds it. It's like, You don't have a mother, but I am going to be that for you. I will be with you and not leave you alone like this one has. You will be in a better spot. She will pick up the eggs.
Right, and you hurry off with them. As you approach the doorway, you do hear a horrified scream. You go through the doorway.
Yep.
All right, you head through the doorway, and once you come through, there are no eggs in your arms. You're creating air. And Michael whistles as if impressed. Oh, well, I see that even the most devout of you willing to betray what you believe in. I gotta say, I'm convinced. Well,
And you're interested in our deal?
I think I am. Because I could say, oh, I need to know about your martial might to make sure no one takes them, but I know you're tough. I know you got interested parties looking out for you, and I might be one of those at this point.
And it also frees you up to stretch your legs a bit, doesn't
And
it?
it does. You're speaking to me on so many levels here. How about we give it a trial run, huh?
Sounds good. You decide we're not doing a good enough job, you take them back.
And we do it no bloodshed, no cross blades, nothing of the sort. We just have an agreement. If you're not doing well, I take them back, no harm, no foul.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like
No
it.
one,
Do they?
no one need to fight.
Will we know that they are low on power or whatever?
Oh yeah. That's when they start chiming. You see,
Okay.
you hear those bells once a day, then you know they need to be fed. They start ringing incessantly. Something's about to break.
Mm.
But don't let either of those things happen, right? Just keep up that Mr. D style steady supply.
That is the plan.
Nice,
But,
gentle, steady supply. Sounds very good.
Always good to know if an emergency happens.
Yeah. And he's sort of nodding to himself and slowly stands up and just starts walking around in a little bit of a circle. Okay, I truly believe that we can make this work. And he is sort of then just spreads his hands and looks upwards and goes, "No problem with that, right? No. I get it. I get why they picked you. Oh, and I doubted. Foolish me. Who wants to shake on it?"
I'll hold my hand out.
And he comes over and grasps your hand in like both his. He does the like one cupping against your thumb and so on, the other grasping the outside, gives it like a little shake and leaves your hand slickened with this black
That's right.
viscous
I got
fluid.
blood all
Blood
over
all-
him and we
blood
turned
all
so
over.
Yep. And
we're
Blood and
getting each
goop.
other back.
Exchange of fluid.
you
Oh,
want to
God.
know if that was all real or
Don't say
not?
it that way.
Don't really care.
You don't want to know what lives you affected? It's better to live in blind sin, I guess, huh?
I
It
figured
doesn't
that
matter
it's
if it
real.
was fake, if it felt real.
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. It was quite real.
Makes sense.
Just let you nudge people that were having doubts over the edge. But now it's you. I'll get you your bells. Oh, what a day. And he sort of turns and heads off into a back room.
Oh no, the back room. You never see him again.
Nim like lets out a breath and like let the bravado slip out for it. Oh.
Sorry about that.
She says through gritted teeth.
Iala, you're a good person. Don't ever be apologizing for that.
I really wish I could
If anything, I am very proud of you.
I really wish I could just put something right between his eyes and make him just. She just
Later.
opens her hands in an explosion motion.
After a moment, he emerges from the back rooms and, clearly not in earshot, just points over to Iala and goes, "Well, you want that? We can arrange it. A small price."
No, thank you.
Now, he's carrying this long wooden box underarm, and he just sets it onto the table in front of you and opens it up, and there are these very small bells, all different colours, brass, silver, golden, iron, and he just sort of gestures at them and goes, "All right, there you go, all yours."
I figured they would be larger, but that makes them far
Thank
easier to
goodness they're
carry.
smaller.
And they'll get smaller still if you carry it around, magic.
But how do we know which one is which?
Marking on the back. Your infernal.
No, I'm
No.
very uneducated, unfortunately. I
Well,
was not
yeah.
raised a wizard.
And he sort of nods at you and pulls out a strange object, because none of you have seen a modern paper, lined notebook with the little
Spiral
metal
notebook.
metal rings at the top. That he
Yeah.
flips open, and then he takes an object out of his pocket, clicks the top of it, the little thing comes out the end, and he starts to just mark down some things. Right, this here one is lust. We got envy, gluttony. Gluttony's a fun one. I hope someone's got an appetite in the party. You figure that how you gonna do sloth yet? I ain't really got a test for that,
I think we'll
suppose I
figure out
could.
on that.
I could have you stand by while something happens to somebody, but I ain't got anything
we
like that
just
going
want-
on right now.
Can we just not do anything with this lost bell? Would that work?
No, I'm afraid not. You'd think so, right? It's a kind of fun mind game there, but
It's
not
the
quite.
inaction of not doing things you should do. So like not
Exactly.
bathing, not getting up, things like that.
That's right. Right, here you go. And he rips this piece of paper off of this notepad and just places it on the table beside the bells. You know what, folks? I owe you one. You're getting me out of this dump, back on my own. I'm sure you don't want me to touch this town at all, right?
That would be preferable.
And I'm gone. Truly. The tedium, it's...
You could
It'd
tell
be
it
a
was
solid.
wearing on you.
And I got your back, kids.
Oh, that's so reassuring.
Well, all yours. You don't mind?
Alright.
You scurry on out of here. I'll start dismantling this place.
Well, that sounds
I
good.
suppose I should keep it around until we know for sure that you're good here. Well, what do you want to say? Trial of how many months?
6?
A good number. Sure, 6 months.
7.
6 months. I'll check up on you, or before then, I'm sure you can figure out a way to give me a bell. Oh, you wouldn't get that. Contact me.
Sure. We'll figure that out. All right. Goodbye, Michael.
actually
Let's get out of here.
Time.
And he gives you all
Also, is there a problem with any of us carrying 2?
only for your souls. That shouldn't be too much trouble,
Alright.
though.
Okay.
I'm going to go to 4. That's my bit of advice there. 3's going to be a real tough
Okay.
chime.
A real tough chime?
Did you do that on purpose?
Oh God, he's a dad. That means
I mean-
his baby lies.
Technically, Michael was a mom, so now they're maybe a dad. Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
in this Michael's personal
jokes.
timeline.
Yeah. Yeah.
dad jokes. Dad jokes. Too many dad
Right,
jokes.
you're
The world
leaving?
could end.
Yep, we're all leaving
Yes.
with the bells.
Right, yeah, head on out with Michael waving as you go, and the bells close behind you. You hear the door suddenly shunk, lock.
No second thoughts.
Taryc, come over here. She motions Taryc forward, and she prestidigitates the stuff off Tarek's hands.
That black fluid does not go away with prestidigitation.
At least the blood.
The blood does.
Yeah. Ugh. You're
I'm
going to
sorry,
have to.
Taryc, that took a while for that black liquid to go away on my hand too.
You're going to need to get that cleaned.
Go ahead, glove.
Holds up armored glove. Don't
Oh.
think that stops it.
Right.
I mean, being a null, at least being unusual won't get too many second looks.
I like the part where you add him on his toes, Nim. I wish that continued.
I have a feeling we'll have other times to do that.
I'm just sorry that I pushed it a little too far and that we had to orchestrate things.
I think
I
Get
have-
that done.
that kind of thing was going to be inevitable anyway. He likes us to
Yeah.
dance.
Yes.
He
And he-
was dancing. He was concerned about volition of this.
I did like that, at least. You really did have him flummoxed.
Yes.
I think
However, I
we
feel
came in
like
confident we could get him on his backswing and he wouldn't ask us to do extra because, he
We did
could've
get away
tried to
without
hit us.
extra. That is true.
Yes.
I do feel
And-
like I need to give all of you acting lessons, though.
Those are
That
truly
was
awful
awful.
performances.
To
I
be
am
fair,
not an-
I was
You did
genuinely
throw her at
surprised
the
when they
table.
threw me at the
helping
table.
in any regard. He would not even budge.
am-
I'm sorry for that, Nim. I'm really sorry. She pats Nim on the head with her index finger.
Oh, my head still hurt.
I see, that's good acting. Oh, wait. Right. As you all head down the alleyway, the guard still there, sort of just gives you all a little bit of a sad smile.
We did it.
Don't look at us like that.
I can't have some sympathy, huh?
Sympathy is appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, great heroes, huh?
That's
Great
what
stepping
I think we're
stones.
going to tell ourselves.
No, I mean it. That taking on burdens is classic.
Mhm. Well,
Alright.
I'm sorry we won't be seeing you again for a long time.
No. See you when I see you.
I'll see you when we see you.
No,
See you some
I
other time.
wonder
Yeah.
what Wilhelm would have said about this.
You leave the alleyway, and Arwa just sort of like pulls you over onto her.
Mm-hmm.
Little like hand hug,
Mm-hmm.
and you start making your way to the guild hall, where Noah and Cassian.
Noah's here.
Yeah, you arrived at the guild hall, and
I'm a Cassian.
you can see that Lindop and Thomas are they're actually sitting in the feast hall part. Lindop is again eating, doing that same gesture of like taking a bite, putting some away. Thomas has nothing in front of him. But before you can even really approach them, you see the guildmistress Brightblade actually comes marching on out and points it directly at you, Noah.
You're in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
Expected you back sooner.
I needed to work on stuff. Someone stole my bed.
Don't care about that. We have a demon in our basement.
I'm here to work on it. I'm sorry. There was a lot I needed to prepare for this, and I point me to her. I'll do this. I'll
Yes.
do it.
Cassian, you here for magical console on this?
I can help. Yes.
Come on in. And she'll march the two of you down into the lower depths of the building, where there are strange cells down here. some look like they're made of different metals. There's definitely one that's made of silver, reinforced with iron. Others with like wards in a language you don't actually. The Arcana checks, I guess, for both of you.
I'm gonna check.
Ah, roll 20 crashed at some point.
Wow, that's some Arcana check.
Give me 1
was-
second. I'm restarting
was-
roll 20.
So arcanic that the entire system died.
All right. Arcana. No advantage.
All right, yeah. Both of you, you'll see like cells. Most of these have arcane wardings. One of them looks like it's got a lot of infernal scripture, like around its doorway. Another one, the tongue of celestials. And further down the hallway, like she stops you sort of midway. Further down the hallway at the end, you see this like looks like this black wrought metal door that just has all different kind of language described into it. There is magical tongues from at least 3 different variations of Draconic from different continents. Enochian, Infernal. There's Fey warding on it. It is up the wazoo. In fact, Cassian, just because of the priestesses you met, you even see like these stickers that are like very, very typical Tamari style wardings as well.
Wards.
Yeah.
You got everybody
Wow.
involved in that.
That is one secure door.
Yes, and you didn't see it. It's in here.
Didn't see it.
Nope.
Okay.
And she takes
All
you
right.
in, and your succubus is there, just sitting in the middle of the room. There's a large, like, not quite room scale. There's room enough to move out around the outer edge comfortably, but it's a big circle, as if it's made to actually summon larger beings and entrap them. But she's just sort of like sitting, legs splayed out, feet wiggling back and forth broadly as you come on in. Gives you a little wave.
Hi, Kylela.
Ooh,
Hi,
name
dear.
drop.
I've come back to give you
Make a
different.
pact.
Yes, to give you a new proposition.
Ooh, did you write
Oh
one?
my!
Say that again.
Did you write one?
I had help. And Noah takes out the contract.
And she stands up and moves over to the edge of the circle where, like, it's a weird sight. Her chest pushes up against midair and squishes. Her hands, like, trailing along a wall that isn't there.
Whoa.
There's a sight.
Easy
like-
there, Noah.
Whoa.
And she just looks curiously at the paper you pulled out.
These are the terms
Oh.
thus far, and
Might I
Noah
look?
passes her the paper.
And you pass it in. No wall for you. And she takes them from you. She looks at them briefly and then glances like aside slightly, turns her back a bit. You see her pull this sort of strange object out from between her breasts, and she puts spectacles. Puts them on and starts to just like leaf through this contract.
Oh no, she was a Talon.
She's always had those glasses. She also does this thing where she puts her hair up in a ponytail and looks like a librarian, and then in a moment she could take the glasses off and whip off the ponytail.
It's an act that people
And
in
it
this era just
falls
don't have an
down.
appreciation for.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
And she sort of pouts a little bit and goes, not nightly?
Not nightly, no.
Busy little bee, are you?
Yes.
Then can you show me what a busy bee you are and flap those little wings for me?
Can you please turn around, Cassian. This is embarrassing.
Who's making the pact here, brother? Who's the familiar?
Okay, it's not like I haven't seen your wings before.
I know, but putting on the performance is embarrassing. And Noah
Just
Well-
wiggle a little bit as Cassian turns around.
spreads the wings and flaps them.
She giggles in delight, and she continues reading a bit, and she just goes, "I'd like to make one addition to the contract, if you wouldn't mind."
What were you planning?
I want 1 day a month of freedom, with the promise of no ill deeds or infernal acts or anything like that. You can word it however you like.
Yeah.
One caveat to that, I might suggest, Noah.
Yeah.
Cassian
needs-
says, speaking at the wall.
Yeah, the ears are turned all the way back towards the.
Horses listen or see with their ears.
Before, when she has her days, she has to tell you what she's intending on doing, and any deviation from that requires that she immediately return to you.
Sound much like freedom, though.
Alright.
Well, so long as she's honoring the spirit of it.
If we keep it loosely worded, she puts up her fingers. Scout's honor.
What's scout?
What's that?
Someone that explores ahead of a force.
Oh,
That's a common thing.
sorry.
She grins and is
dealing
just
with-
amused at herself.
Sorry, I've been dealing with a lot of beings recently with a lot of weird terminology.
Don't worry, you'll catch up eventually. But I just want to be able to live a little.
I'll accept that, but repeat it in threes that you won't.
You think I'm a
you won't-
fairy?
I am. It will make me feel better.
Then I promise on my day of freedom, I will do no act that causes harm to physical body or soul unless I'm attacked. Is that allowed without provocation?
Without provocation, yeah.
I swear this 3 times. Do I have to say it 3 times?
You have to say it 3 times.
I swear that I will, on my day of freedom, do no act that causes harm to body or soul unless attacked without provocation. I swear that on my day of freedom, I will do no act that causes physical or spiritual harm unless I am attacked without provocation. Is that good enough?
She changed
Yeah.
spiritual from soul.
That is acceptable within the spirit of the thing, right? Or
That's up to
is
you.
that an actual? Does that actually?
You might want to put
when
it into the
I'm saying
contract, darling.
Out of question does it matter for the spirit of the thing or the exactly
That
of the word?
is up to you.
I'm
Most Fae will repeat it literally, but she's not a Fae.
for better or worse, Noah is a trusting person, and so Noah will accept it in the spirit of it.
And you want your smart boy there to put it into the spirit of the contract? And she sort of holds the papers back out.
I can do it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Those are letters.
Would you do you want to write down just that literally, or do you want to do a check to basically cement it into writing, keeping the spirit?
I would like to keeping in spirit.
Okay, in that case, go ahead and we're actually going to call this writing magical law contract an Arcana check.
Okay.
Hey, that's pretty good. You write it down. Cassian, do you want to have Cassian check it?
Yeah. Can you check this over?
Cassian's going to pull out one of his quills, dip, and just look at it like he's ready to strike something out.
All right, Cassian, give
Wow.
me your own Arcana check.
You have such faith in me.
It's pretty solid. You could change a bit of verbiage right there just to be sure, but it is solid.
Cassian's on a separate piece of paper is going to write down a couple different words. Take the paper, hand it back. Verbiage changes, I'd suggest, but otherwise it looks good. I can't really see a hole.
Okay. Noah will look it over, change one of the verbiage around, and okay, then I believe we have a pact.
Right. And she holds up her thumb to her lips, just pulling the lip down to expose one of those sharp fangs, pierces her thumb on it, and just holds out a bloody thumb.
Noah holds out the contract.
She'll place it
And
on the
allows-
contract.
Yeah.
Your turn, dear.
Yep. Noah is going to put the contract under their arm, take out their sickle, and cut open their thumb as well, and places it on the contract.
Okay. You place your thumb on the contract, and as you do, you feel a surge of energy cross over you, a bond forming. Immediately, that presence of that magical circle between you feels uncomfortable. But you see her form swirl, like energy washing up around it, and as it does, her feet leave the floor, and as it swirls around her, dissipates. There is a miniature succubus just flapping in the air.
Oh, you.
She got tiny.
She sort of looks down at herself and just poses cutely, a typical Tinkerbell pose.
Oh, Nim's going to be jealous.
Be great for the bells, and
Then- May I be released now from this circle?
I believe so. I don't know how.
Brightblade actually just sort of takes a piece of chalk from her pocket, does a actual, like, she doesn't break the circle. She actually adds a few runes to it. At which point the succubus very gingerly reaches out and then flaps out of the circle. And then Brightblade erases those runes that were added.
You can give it exit door.
The succubus settles on your shoulder, Noah, and plants a little
Welcome.
kiss on your cheek.
Welcome to the party, Kylela.
Oh, I'm so pleased to be here. Can I still call you Paprika?
What?
What?
No, I
Oh,
don't remember ever being called Paprika.
Oh, that sound all of the yes, that was a name.
Oh, Pact Breaker definitely was something you got called.
Pat Breaker.
Oh, Pact Breaker? I
Yeah.
thought you said Paprika.
Paprika!
I heard
I'll be
Paprika
honest,
too.
I didn't too.
Wow, I heard Pact Breaker, so I was like, wait.
Noah stands there going, Paprika?
Yeah, I heard paprika as well.
Then he heard Paprika.
Cassian and
And
Hillano are
she
just like,
just gives you a
"Paprika."
puzzled look. Paprika?
I thought you said Paprika. What?
That's a pack breaker. Is my voice that different at this
okay,
size?
That makes a lot more sense.
Can I
I'm
call you
sorry.
Paprika?
Yes.
Okay, Paprika. And she's just going to pet your cheek, Noah.
No, don't call me Paprika.
Okay, Paprika. And Cassian's actually going to start moving towards the door.
You.
Brightblade just
Keep losing.
Brightblade just sort of looks at you now and goes, "You know you've got to keep that contract safe.
Yeah.
Do you want it in our care, or are you going to take it with you?"
Actually, I think it would be a lot safer with you.
Okay. If you need to destroy it at any point, just send me a sending.
Okay.
Oh, you should kinda
I'll
have
pass it over to
relax.
her.
She'll take it from you and just give you a respectful nod.
Thank you for that.
It's my pleasure to lend what aid I can.
Sorry about all the
Okay.
chaos we bring.
I'm a guild mistress. Believe me, I'm chaos I'm used to.
Okay, let's go see if if the others were successful in their endeavor.
Brightblade will take you both back upstairs. And as you emerge, coincidentally, that's about the time that the rest of your party are going to be entering the guild hall. Kylela waves at everybody entering from Noah's shoulder.
She got tiny.
Oh,
She
That's
gives
okay,
you a
Lila.
seductive wink, Nim.
So
Oh,
it was
my-
a success then.
My soul is always imperiled.
It was, yep, it was a lot smoother than I was expecting.
See, nice and easy.
We have the bells.
Oof.
So it worked.
I had a bit of a hiccup. I got a little too strong with Mikey.
But it was entertaining.
No,
You're
it
still
wasn't.
walking.
It was awful.
No,
Oh.
him, Mikey.
Mikey being
all
on the back foot was
unnerved.
kind of
Yeah.
amused.
It's like he's gonna wear a hole in the floor.
Oh, I wish I could have
Mikey-
seen that. Kailena sort of
Mikey,
says
look at-
wistfully.
I
Mikey,
wanted
with that
to
look
do
of confusion and fear in his eyes, was kind of intoxicating, and I got carried away.
Oh, were you straightforward with him?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
This
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't like that.
Um, you see Thomas and Lindop are actually sort of getting up. Well, Thomas starts getting up. Lindop does not move until like Thomas sort of like gently picks her up by the back of her clothing, sets her on the floor, and just motions over. And she'll then follow along. And Thomas goes,
a child.
"All of your business
She's pretty
sorted."
much his.
All of our business is sorted. It is
Yes.
time to
Yeah.
leave.
Right then.
You don't have to worry about the bells anymore, Brightblade.
No, you've sorted it.
It's sorted.
I don't know what
Pray,
that would have cost,
pray
but
for us.
thank you. Yes, I will.
We should go.
Do you... Yes. She just nods and goes, I'm going to journey to the northern edge of town and see some cloaked figures off.
Seems like a good plan. Thank you.
She smiles and gives you a respectful nod. And then you see her like putting her hand up to her head. She's clearly doing a sending stone. And she's heading off out of the guild hall. And Thomas goes, right, you've all travelled without trace before, I trust.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
We have
I'll sort that.
everyone remember to put on your special cloaks
Hoods
Malfoy
up,
gave us.
children.
Yes, what's up?
Hmm.
Right.
We have to, should we be getting one of those from
Yeah,
Sorry.
what hood?
Oh right.
Oh,
You
I'll have
need
to have
one.
another one made. We'll sort that out.
Yeah.
You could
Give me a second. No, that would be more visual.
They're more than just visual.
could you throw
No,
this over here?
I have a hood, but it's not very clandestine hood.
If she threw mine over her head, I could use the shroud, the shroud
Thomas
of mourning.
casts. And a little more concerningly, Lindop casts as well.
Oh.
You're familiar with the sort of quieting and so on that comes with the accompaniment of Pass Without Trace. You're less familiar with the weird ethereal shimmering that now seems to surround you as well.
Whoa.
And Lindop smiles brightly and takes off running ahead.
What?
And Thomas
Okay.
just motions for you all to follow quickly.
Oh.
I'm gonna race her.
Okay, you
You
can
see,
definitely outrun her.
Yeah, I'm not gonna actually outrun her.
Don't
but-
don't get ahead of Thomas's
Hyena
area.
saw something run. Hyena excited. No.
The best part is
Clop,
this
clip,
is
clop,
saving
clip,
me
clop.
on stealth. No, because we all have a +10 to stealth, so you aren't making clippy clops.
There's no clip
Alright.
clops.
Yes, one of them has made it so you don't have to roll stealth. The other is making it so even if people like try and spot magical shit, it's going to be way harder. They are
But,
doubling up.
You know, it is very
I guess I
tempting
don't
to
need a
cast
hood.
silence also. Just, nope. But that's
At that point,
probably
you
a
might
bigger
start
detriment
losing
to us.
people. So,
Yeah, that's why I'm not casting it.
before long, you're sort of moving through town, completely unnoticed, by the way, and seemingly like you swear at one point Lindop runs through somebody's legs, but you can also feel things around you. You can feel the movement in the air still. You can feel the floor.
Like, what if I'm gonna try to touch my arm?
You touch your arm? Yeah, you feel your arm.
It's okay. I'm gonna
Um,
reach out and try to touch Iala?
You can touch Iala.
Okay.
What are you doing? She slaps her hand away.
My head
I
hurts.
thought I saw. I'm horrible at the name. What was her first name again?
Lindop.
Lindop.
Um,
Lindop go through someone. So I was seeing if we're maybe not physical
You
anymore.
probably just. Maybe she did something. I don't know. I don't like running. She just.
as Iala and
she
Taryc
had one
talking,
hand up
facing each
over-
other, give me perception checks.
Who?
Taryc and Iala.
Taryc and Iala.
I can roll these.
Oh no.
I know expertise. I roll bad.
Head
Still.
hurts.
Iala.
Yes.
As you sort of turn to face Iala, something catches the corner of your eye behind you as well. A hungering void approaching you all from behind.
Oh no.
Blackness. Not even blackness. Nothingness. Seemingly catching up with you all.
That's why we're running.
What is that?
Just keep going.
You're keeping pace with Lindop.
Is
Yeah,
Meltori
quickening
able to?
pace.
Is Meltori keeping?
Do you
pace
point
with
it out? Oh, is
You're
Maltori keeping...
supposed to bleed.
No, and Maltori is not keeping good pace.
You casting it on him?
What the fuck? Why are you touching everyone? Oh, and then he starts going faster. Do you point out the void to everybody? Do you do a motion of look
she
behind?
Gives Taryc a look.
Yes.
She gives Taryc a look, and she just kind of shakes her head and just keeps everyone moving.
Well, they're acting suspiciously, so if anyone wants to glance back, they can, and they would see the incoming void.
Liv's busy trying to figure out why her head hurts still so bad.
Uh-huh.
She only took a slam to the table.
Uh-huh. Don't go to sleep, Nim.
Will a healing word fix Nim's headache?
Do you want to stop and find out?
I mean, it's a bonus action, so I don't know if I have to actually stop.
She rolled a high performance. It was just acting. She didn't actually throw you that hard.
Yeah,
but
No,
she
but you
had
see,
rolled
I rolled.
bad.
She hit
I rolled
her
shit.
head.
I rolled shit, so I hit.
You'll keep pace with Lindop, and soon enough you're exiting town. It's a little sad actually going through town, seeing familiar sights. You actually see Magog at one point just hanging out on his street.
He's okay.
Seemingly trying to deny like this bag of bread from one of the old ladies, who's insisting that he take
bread?
it. Yeah, just bread though. And soon enough, you're out the gates, out of town, and arriving at the teleport circle. The ever-growing void still coming behind you.
What void?
You
I'll make a check about this to see if I can figure anything about this void.
sure?
What
What check would you
I
like to
am
make?
I'm guessing it's probably an Arcana check.
If you want to make an Arcana check,
Okay. Go. I did roll horrible for once, but it's not that good a roll.
some
so-
kind of void.
Okay. It must be.
Void,
that I
yo.
did
Cassian's not even going to roll. He's keeping up with Lindrop.
As you're looking back, trying to figure out this void, Taryc, you all arrive at the teleport circle. That shimmering around you vanishes as Lindop claps her hands, and with it, the void does.
Okay.
What was that?
Why were we
Okay.
running so much?
Mop. Mop.
Are you okay?
Mop.
Nim, and Mathori is just gonna like he's pouring something into like the lid of his own flask and just holding it up to you.
Sip it.
Okay, it burns.
My head. It hurts on fire.
That is some strong whiskey or brandy. You're not sure.
Oh.
Cassian's
More.
head just turns as he gets a whiff of that, going, "Oh,
And Mathori tucks it back away, and he goes,
Yeah.
"What was with the accidental dread chasing us?"
Okay.
What
I'm
dread?
going to need a moment. Oh boy.
And
No.
Lindop just smiles up at you and just goes, "My patron."
Oh, we got to meet your patron. That's really great.
Part of them, the long arm, the ever-reaching.
Oh,
I think their
Neat.
patron wanted to eat us."
Yes.
that's pretty normal for patrons.
Does your patron wish to consume you too?
She's eaten a few people.
Lyndon just nods as if like, yep, that's normal.
That's normal.
Are like that group, Maridge, Jin, and that
Mhm.
like standard knowledge in
In
Thule?
Thule, yes. Like you don't know like the real particulars about them, but like you would know the common
Does
stories.
her eating people
That
sounds
sounds
like
about
something
right.
from stories?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, that sounds about right for them.
I think we need to prep for the teleport now because
I'm holding the pass without trace still, but we should hurry.
yeah, because
Discussed it.
he's gonna figure it out quick.
If
Right. Maltoria sort of gestures and goes, "Am I doing this or does one of the kids want to show off?"
I want to try this.
You do it, Yalia.
All right.
Okay. You all gather up onto the teleportation circle. Iala, you start tracing out the runes, preparing to cast this, and you double check, and you see that Maltori is like hovering at your shoulder, just watching. And the fact that he doesn't, go, "That's wrong," gives you confidence.
Cassian's actually watching Iala doing it too.
Yeah, and as you finish, you just hear Maltori let out a little approving, and you're able to cast
Ah,
teleportation.
I can do that
This
too.
is the second time EI has been praised by Matori.
I
He's on a
know.
roll.
And with a
And his tail
flash,
flashing green.
you all vanish from this teleportation circle and reappear at another, a familiar one. You find yourselves on the outskirts of Galen, and that is where we're going to
good, it
end
worked.
this week's session.
Oh, good, it worked.
Wait, it was
Nice
not.
chalk work, by the way.
There's
Thank
a
you.
chance it wouldn't.
Everybody
yeah.
take 1,000 experience points.
Okay.
Everybody's going to take 1 piety, except for Melikka, who is going to lose 1 piety.
Yeah.
And we will do this same time next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.